everybody. How are ya? I have a special guest tonight. This way, that way. There we go.
The first choice.
Yes, there we go. I don't know.
I just do that.
It's fine.
Hi guys, Helville here.
Thank you for joining me.
Of course, yours.
I felt so bad because what was it? 2 nights ago? Whatever. No, I guess it's been more than that. Last week? I think I'm hearing myself. Oh, yeah. You messaged me and you were like, do you want to do a live tonight? And it was like the same day all those documents dropped. And that was so explosive. I'm like, hold on, docs dropped. And then I totally forgot that you had sent me that message because I got so wrapped up in it. And then, last night I'm like, oh, I should have asked you to come on.
All good. I was actually like, if you went back and watched that stream, I was like, I'm a layman. I know nothing besides whatever Big Tiff Dog said. So like, I don't know what I'm talking about looking at these documents, but I'll read them for you.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I was like, let me translate this as much as I can, I guess.
Who knew extremely complex bankruptcy code would be so interesting, right? Besides me, I mean, I knew, but
literally never thought that I would be interested in bankruptcy anything. This is wild.
Yeah, even like over my career as I like nerdy stuff. That's not a secret, right? Like, but over my career as I reviewed cases and stuff, I went, oh, well, that's kind of like a little interesting. But I never went, wow, this is one I would actually like to dive into and cover, and talk about. Like, never that. So
until this.
Right, until this, exactly.
The family that frauds together stays together.
Yes, they do. Like,
allegedly, in my opinion.
Unnaturally. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to, just Jen.
Hi,
Zoot. Hello. So really quickly, I don't want to say their name unless they want me to, but I did a stream with Rosalind last week as well. And I had mentioned she wanted me to cover just bankruptcy in general, like the 3 cases that she's following, which is the Preston case, the Hales stuff, the Shrilla, her parents had filed for bankruptcy like right before the crash. And then we did Owens stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was because they bought the car back. It was really weird. Anyway, watch that stream. It's interesting. So I don't want to dive into it. But anyway, I mentioned that we had let our Netflix, we were swapping because that's how we do with our streaming stuff. We'll like pause one for a while, watch another one, catch up on everything, go back. Smart. Yeah, so I hadn't seen the crash. And somebody sent me a $25 Netflix gift card. Like, emailed me a gift card. And
that's so sweet.
There they are. Thank you, Gamer Accountant. I am so happy about that. And I want to finish this. So it'll inspire me to finish this and wrap it up a lot sooner because I want to watch Netflix. But yeah, thought that was very interesting. Like, that was very kind. I appreciate that very much. I know everybody wants me to be monetized, and that's just has to have a pin in it for now because of legal stuff that I'm working out in the background. But they bought the car back. It's a whole thing. Seriously, go watch that stream I did with Rosalind. What was it? I did the docs drop. Okay, the hearing was Thursday, so the docs dropped Wednesday. Was it Wednesday that I did the? No, it was Thursday. I don't know. Last week was weird. I did a stream with Rosalind last week, and we went over that stuff, and it was strange, and it took us a minute to figure it out, but we did. Because at first I thought the trustees sold the car, but it was actually them buying the car back, and it was like they had filed bankruptcy, then the crash happens. 2 weeks later, they buy the car. Like, I think they had to, but it was a whole weird thing.
They couldn't have known that the crash was going to happen, so this is pre-legal problems.
Yeah.
So
it was a normal bankruptcy. We kind of went over that, like what looks normal other than that, which was a little weird, but what looks normal, and then 2 off the chain bankruptcies, which are the Owens and the Preston one. So yeah.
I've heard
Bruce cracking me up. Yeah, I really, again, so anyway, I really appreciate that. I've had, a couple of things. Two people gifted me Nitro memberships, like 30-day Nitro memberships, and now I'm stone cold addicted to the Nitro on Discord. Like, you can do so many fun things. So yeah. Anyway,
That's so
I don't want to
nice.
get too into it, but did I lose you on purpose? I lost you. Oh, there we go.
Sorry,
I was like, I've done that before.
my like computer kind of just like stopped itself, or
No,
this window stopped itself. I do not know why.
that's fine. I was like, did I lose you on purpose? I don't think I
I was
touched
like,
it.
I could hear you, but
Yeah.
I could only see me in the bottom corner,
Oh.
and everything else was just gray background, because that's what my background is. It's like the dark
Yeah.
theme.
Oh boy.
So weird.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyway.
so last night during my stream with Patrick, we went through a good portion. It was actually a little over an hour's worth of the meeting of creditors. And I wanted to break it down kind of into segments because it's so much. And also, like, I really wanted like Patrick's input on a lot of things that I knew were mind blowing. And so I should have stopped a little sooner than I did. So I went back because we really are changing like topics now. So I should have like done a hard cutoff, but I let it go. So now I'm backing up a little bit because it's important to like start at the beginning of this part, which is all about the businesses. And thank God for YouTube's transcripts because I was able to figure out where I left off because for whatever reason, my account didn't remember. So, and I never wrote it down where I ended.
Well, also at the end of last night's stream, you did say specifically that you want to go back. So
yeah, I did say
that.
Exactly. Yeah. So some of it we're going to hear that we already heard, but I really think it's important to like kind of literally like talk about it in segments the way it plays out. So
you're also not going to get the brilliant legal commentary.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I will make fun of these jerks, but other than that,
too.
That's the fun part.
You'll get some hellish snark.
Exactly. Okay. So let me. Oh, I gotta actually touch. Oh, let me make sure I have it set up properly.
Oh, Ms. Wings, do you think they kept the Hyundai and also got the Nissan, so now they have two cars?
Oh, where'd you go? I don't think that's the case.
I don't think so either, but it's not impossible. Maybe they're trying to hide their money in a car. I don't know.
You know what's funny to me? No, I think it's just one car now. But you know what's funny to me? I'll go ahead and say this before we start. I said this to Patrick over the weekend. I don't understand why they didn't just shove their money in an IRA.
Because they're stupid?
Right, but it's like, that's exempt. Like, investment accounts like that are exempt.
They're not smart enough to, like, think of that.
But instead we pulled out cashier's checks. Like, we got a stack of cashier's checks that could be lost, stolen, destroyed, whatever. Like,
it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
They should be embarrassed.
No, they should be. They absolutely should be. Okay. Now, I did mess up, so I'm going to make sure it starts. Hold on. Let me actually fix what I did. Because well, here. Let me just hit play and see where we're at.
All right. Well, the bottom line is, let's.
Yeah, I want to do those captions so we can see what's happening. Ooh, hello.
I love those captions.
Yeah, because my brain processes stuff weird, so I
hear it, and then it takes me a couple of seconds before my brain understands what I heard.
Yep,
sometimes.
Exactly.
If I see it, then it's like at least a second less.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just back up. I just want to focus. We're going to get away from the GoFundMe fund for a minute. When you filed your Chapter 13 bankruptcy case, at that point, you had your LLCs, based on the bank statements, had over $41,000 of business income, correct?
For what time period?
From January 1st, 2025 to August 14th, 2025.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't have the figures here, but I'm obviously going with what you're saying for that time period from.
Well, you would. You admit in your amendment that you just filed that for the calendar year 2025, you put in your amended schedules filed yesterday that there were $81,059 worth of business revenue, gross income in the calendar year 2025. That's what you have on your amended schedule. Then you're standing by that,
zero.
correct?
What'd you say?
That's more than zero.
I swear to God, this should be an easy question, a line of questioning to answer. Really easy. Like, I
And
studied
all
these
yes or
stocks
no.
for one day. Yeah. And I didn't even prepare them, and I know the answer to that question. But okay.
Also, the way Jan is saying, well, if that's what you say it is, then we'll go with that. That is exactly almost word for word what Laura said to Deandra when she was questioning her about going to the doctor's appointments or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, these two women are one and the same, and
Mhm.
it's frustrating because it's also gaslighting. Like, if that's what you say,
They share a brain.
and soul.
Yeah, I don't think they have those. They
Right.
sold those.
Right.
Okay,
Oh, my
in all of 2025, 81,000.
I'm reading from your
Business
amended
re-
schedules. This is your statement that you signed under oath.
Right.
Okay. So I looked at the bank statements and I calculated the amount of income or revenue that had been generated before you filed the Chapter 13 case, which was on August 14th, 2025. And it was roughly $41,000. Do you have any reason to dispute that?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not
But
at
yet,
all. Whatever is true.
okay. But yet, when you filed the Chapter 13 case, you completely failed to disclose any of that business income on your statement of financial affairs that you signed under oath, correct?
I believe that the thinking on that was that we didn't have anything in those accounts at that time, and that was why we did the Chapter 13, that there was no value from those.
No, we're talking about on the statement of financial affairs, you were required to list all gross income from a business for at the time, it would have been 2023, 2024, and for January 1st, 2025 until the date of the Chapter 13 filing.
What?
I was looking at that comment and I was going to try to type in, but for some reason my account is not connected properly. But yeah, I think that they were trying to get that private hearing. I don't think they realized how intense a deposition is and how that's going to get them in more trouble.
I think they were trying to get us kicked out, to get everybody kicked out. I don't think they were trying to get a deposition in the context of what it actually is.
If they got all of us kicked out, do you think Jan would have suddenly been able to access her computer?
Nah.
If it was just her and Jen, no?
Yeah. I just don't think so. I don't see, first of all, I just don't even see, like, I was joking during the live call. I said, should I send her an email with a link to the Padlet? Like, so she could pull up her docs.
She would still need to access a computer to see it
right
properly,
and sign into it and sign in. It's a whole thing.
It's hard to sign into things.
Right.
As I sit here not wanting to sign into the chat because it's not signed in.
Exactly. Oh, but that I agree with. Opening your computer, not so much. Connecting your accounts is frustrating. 100%.
You could sign in with your face. Did she not set that up?
No,
what do you mean?
Obviously, no. Obviously not. It's definitely Laura's face on that computer.
I think Laura's on that computer, and that's why she can't access it. Laura's like chat GPTing. I think Echoes or Jeep Daddy said that last night.
I agree with that. Yep. Sitting next to Ron doing that. Absolutely. No, yeah. I believe that so much.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Sorry.
And you said none. And that was false.
And that was incorrect.
So that was a false statement.
All right. Well, I think that was a miscommunication between me and the attorney who was was filing it. I had explained to him that we did have LLCs and that I felt that it was a personal bankruptcy, and we didn't have anything in those accounts at that time.
So she lied to the attorney is what she's saying right here, because there's no way a bankruptcy attorney would let you tell them that you have LLCs and not ask follow-up questions. And that tells me that they asked follow-up questions, and she was like, "No, they're just like they've said in other here. There's nothing there. It's closed down. I have to close it officially. There's zero operation. It's not operational," is what Laura said in her meeting of creditors for these same businesses, right?
Yep.
So that's exactly what Jan said to her attorney, and her attorney, because she's the one signing under penalty of perjury, prepared the documents accordingly, and that's what I think happened.
These
But
people are
it's his
so
fault.
dumb.
Huh?
They're so dumb.
No.
These people are dumb.
They absolutely are. I've never seen professional liars do it so badly. Thank God. Take a class. Okay.
Oh.
Well, the fact of the matter is it was a false statement, correct?
I don't have that Chapter 13 filing with me right now, and so I don't know what, I can't see it in person, so I can't really say.
Well, I'm telling you, looking at it right now, I'm looking at it. Docket number 1 from case number 25-7596. You were required to list all gross income from operating a business, and you had none. You said there was none. You're going to deny
because
that?
There was none. Because there was none coming in at that time. I think that's what that refers to. There was none coming in at that time.
Okay.
Nope.
That's a lie. I mean, we can tell just based on the how the question is being asked that that's a lie. Because I think she thinks like we didn't get money into that account on August 14th, 2025. Therefore, on August 14th, 2025, nothing came in.
If the money doesn't exist anymore, I don't have to report it.
Right. Like
That's
the
her
money.
whole- She's feigning ignorance so hard. It's going to feign her into prison. Hopefully.
Which I think it speaks a lot to how they've all been able to like tell their dramatic narratives, right? And say things, and people just don't question them on it. And nobody's ever like questioned, like Nagel said, ever questioned them on anything they've said. So they haven't honed those skills of manipulation, which is a good thing right now, especially. But it's just funny to me that people of this age who have clearly been scheming for a while.
I mean, they still definitely use their narcissistic manipulation traits against people, and people do occasionally question them, but usually not like this.
No, they've never been questioned like this.
No, I don't think you realize how much hot water they're in.
I still don't think they do. I agree. I absolutely agree. Okay.
We were operating at a loss.
Okay, you were required to list all gross income before deductions and exclusions. It specifically says that on the form.
Well, again, the context of it was that there was no income coming in.
Gross income. Well, really, but that's false. Actually, what you're saying is a false statement, Miss Naylor, because I looked at your bank statements and there was over $41,000 of revenue generated by the LLCs from January 1st, 2025 to August 14th, 2025. Are you going to deny that? That's what the bank statements say.
But I'm saying that as of when we were filing for the bankruptcy, we were operating at a loss on all of those, and we didn't have anything coming in.
And again, I think she wordplayed with her attorney there. because that's her fallback. It's wordplay. It's we were negative, so anything that came in wasn't real money that came in. But that's not the way these. First
She's
of all,
asking how much it made, regardless of how much you paid out to anything else. How much did it make? Even
Yeah.
if you had to pay out more than what it made, it doesn't matter. How much did it make? And then we
Right.
can go over how much you had to pay out.
Yeah, and then we can discuss losses. Like you have to do one before the other. You
Simple.
account
All
what
you
came
need
in.
is 2 brain cells to like understand this line of questioning. But I think she's purposely being an idiot.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because you can't tell me she's really that dumb. Okay.
No, I mean I think she is an idiot, but she's
Mhm.
actually more of an idiot than she is.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed. 100%.
To, that's what I think the context of that was. But again, I don't have the documents in front of me, but that's what, and you can look at the statements. Anytime we had any money coming in at all from the businesses, it was going right out to pay expenses. It was going right out.
You understand the term gross income, don't you?
Yes.
And you read these the forms that you signed under penalty of perjury, did you not?
I had worked with the attorney to, when he had asked me the questions and everything, and yes, I signed them, yes.
Okay, and it specifically says on the form, gross income before deductions and exclusions, right? Isn't that what the form says?
Well,
I'm asking you if that's what all right, that's what the form says, correct?
I don't know. I don't have the form in front of me. Again, I would have to look at the context of it, and I'm trying to explain to you what the context was. That we did not have. Okay.
You seem to have understood what was required to be disclosed when you filed the amendment yesterday, because you did accurately state that in the calendar year 2025, there was total gross income to your businesses of over $81,000. So you understood it yesterday, right?
MG law.
Huh?
What matters is that it came in. That is the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, After Hours Respawn, who used to be MG Law.
Yep. Right. Like, and it kind of feels like that document dump that they maybe thought would work in their favor didn't so much work in their favor here, because you gave it to professionals who literally scan and comb these documents for a living all day, every day.
And do you know Queen Jennifer has like a team? It's not just her.
That's what I said last night too. Yes, thank you. There is a staff. There are multiple professionals looking.
They're all looking through those 4,000 pages or whatever it is you dumped in her lap.
Yep. And oh my God, like it just, and they can do it with such efficiency. So, I mean, it's just so frustrating to listen to her answer these questions.
I mean, the best part is when Queen Jennifer herself says, okay, I'm getting really frustrated.
Yes. We're like, yes, we all are.
And then they continue to frustrate her.
After Hours Respawn, because she's got a whole staff that does nothing but review this stuff. Exactly. Like, that's their job. So, good call, idiot. Hello. How are you? Oh, hi, everybody. Okay, hi, everybody that's making it in. I know it's a weird time, but I wanted to get this done before Lauren goes on. Okay. Whew. Yep. I don't know how she didn't have an aneurysm during this question.
I do wonder if I actually texted her and asked her if she watched the hearing yet or not, or listened to the hearing yet or not. I don't know if she did. I'm curious if she's reacting to it live or.
Oh, good question. I know she told me that she couldn't sit through the whole thing, which I don't blame her. Yeah, right. I don't blame her on that.
No.
But I didn't ask if she had. Yeah, I didn't ask if she had listened. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, that'll be because I do. I know she's going over highlights, so maybe I don't know if somebody gave them to her or whatnot, but that'll be fun to watch.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm excited for that.
Let's go.
Didn't understand it earlier, even though you had an attorney earlier?
No, because again, in the context of where we were when we were filing the Chapter 13, we were not having, we
Yes.
had to file it because we didn't have income coming in, that we were having losses. We were not profitable. We were losing money. It was a drain. So there wasn't any attempt to hide anything. And as I say, we had filed as a personal bankruptcy, and I was thinking, like I say, at the time too, that the LLCs were separate.
Well,
Actually, to quote Oscar, actually, she knows they weren't, because what a little unknown thing about trustee, I think Manny was the one on there prior. On theirs, I get the two. I think Laura's was Scaly and theirs was Manny. Anyway, he has on like a little like a trustee website, right, with a lot of resources and whatnot. And he has a form that every debtor who has an LLC has to complete. And it goes over these things. So you cannot say you thought they were separate because it was personal, while also having.
It's not accurate, but they could say it.
Right. Because that's how we roll. But I know that she knows about that questionnaire because in one of the hearings, he asked her if she got it, and she said she did. And I think she even said she had already sent it back to him, but I don't 100% remember that part.
Yeah, right.
She knew about it. She knew it wasn't separate. Okay.
let me just ask you this. One of the things in the earlier Chapter 13 case, let's just look at, you were supposed to provide the gross income.
I was looking at that one too.
Part of 2025 up through.
Let's actually talk about that for a second. So the question from Amber Sky Flowers is there a chance that a lawyer was helping, but then saw the dishonesty in the paperwork and what the Owens were claiming and just noped right out of there? In the Chapter 13 case, no, because he actually represented them from the get. So he would have filed a motion to and I don't even know if that would have been allowed. But so in my opinion, no. In the Chapter 11, they paid $100 to one guy in May for a consultation fee. Absolutely, I do not believe they were ever working with an attorney on this Chapter 11 case at all.
They didn't understand that lawyers need to be paid to work for you.
And I think it was Patrick, maybe, but there was like the estimate for a Chapter 11 attorney was a lot of money. Like a lot of money. So they for sure didn't. I think my husband's actually mowing the lawn. That's awesome. I love him for that. Don't get me wrong.
Bad timing.
But he does know I'm doing his food right now. It's fine.
Maybe he's trying to stay out of the house, out of your hair, do the things outside,
It's literally right there. Okay. All right. I want to hit play.
The petition date for 2024 and for 2023. Okay? Do you recall that?
Okay.
And this case, which was filed May 22nd, 2026, you were also required to provide 2024 income, 2025 income, and income for January 1st until the date that you filed on May 22nd, 2026, correct?
If you say so.
Well, you don't have your schedules. I'm going to ask that you go get your computer or whatever. I mean, you don't have hard copies of your filings in this case?
No, I stopped trying to print everything out a long time ago because
I don't want to know why you stopped printing things out. Please, you're making this longer than it has to be. Can you pull up on your computer while you're on the phone and pull up the documents that you just filed yesterday?
You're making this longer than it has to be. You don't say. Oh, you're muted. You're muted. Yeah.
I thought I unmuted. Oh my God. I love this energy where she's like, I already don't want to talk to you and you're making it longer. Like,
it's that rapid fire New York impatience
I
that
love it.
cannot be replicated.
I absolutely love it so
I have
much.
it too. So I speak her language. I get it.
Yes, it's amazing. Like, not letting up at all.
No.
Okay.
Why
here
would
we go.
she?
I swear. Oh, Bruce, I'm sorry if I just blew out anybody's ears. Bruce says, I hope Jan knows that you can buy laptops at Macy's. Oh, okay.
Even
Here we go.
iPads you could pull up documents on, you know.
Seriously.
Sell them there
There's-
too.
You can't tell me they don't have devices. And I mean, it's
They
nonsense.
do. Laura's
It's-
on it.
Right, exactly.
They have
She-
more than that, but they want the plausible deniability
Mhm.
of like not having it in front of them so they could say whatever you say, but then they could take it back later and say, well, I didn't have it in front of me. So like
Yep.
that's what they were trying to do, but it's not going to work in their favor because that deposition is going to kill them.
No, because these questions aren't like, oh, we didn't get, okay, like at the trial, at the Owens Eckerd trial, where
Yeah.
Laura gives these whatever answers and there's a time constraint, so they just move on. This isn't like that.
No.
You have to answer the question that's being asked here now or later, but it's going to get answered.
Yeah. I
And if
mean,
it's
Queen
not,
Jennifer
then they-
circles back to previous questions that weren't answered to her satisfaction quite a few times. Hi,
Yeah.
Echoes. I'll see you
Hello.
later tonight.
Yes. And I think like also, you know, and after I was Respawn, who, you know, may or may not want to comment. I don't want to pressure him, but I believe that if you like refuse to answer, then it's a presumptive yes. Like it's a presumptively not in your favor. That's what I believe. So yeah, go ahead, keep playing games, Jan. See how that works out for you.
I mean, in this particular hearing, if I were them, which I wouldn't be because I'm not that stupid, but if I were them, I would probably just like plead the fifth to pretty much everything. And that way I am not on the record saying a whole bunch of word salad that is actually going to be used against me pretty harshly.
Yeah.
So there's that. I would just plead the fifth and then I would hire a criminal attorney or see if I could share with my daughter.
Absolutely. Right. That person that's paying for your criminal attorney, can we sign up too?
Right. Oh, hey, I know that you're consulting with Laura right now at this moment. However, I would like to know if you can help me on this bankruptcy thing.
It's kind of related.
Because we might be charged criminally.
Conceptually, it's kind of related.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
No, it did not finish last night.
Hang on a second.
We need you to do that because you are sitting here claiming to be ignorant about documents that you've signed and filed, in this case, yesterday under oath.
I'm not claiming to be ignorant about anything.
You're saying
think I've
you're saying that
answered
you don't remember, but this is something you filed yesterday. Go get your amended schedules, please.
You were asking me about what had.
I'll go back, but the level of panic that I would have if an attorney from the Department of Justice, the U.S. Trustee's Office, was coming at me like this, I don't think I could recover from that. Like, I don't think I could recover from that.
I would just follow orders and
Right. Like, okay, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Computer.
ma'am.
and
Yeah.
say, yes, I see it. Yes, ma'am, I see it. I plead the fifth. I don't know how to answer this. I need to consult an attorney.
Yeah. Right.
Not to give them tips, but in the
No,
deposition, they can't really do that.
I don't think that anything is going to help them much at this point. Maybe for plea negotiations. Just saying. Okay, let me go back just a couple. Because I like this.
Under oath.
I'm not claiming to be ignorant about anything.
You're saying
think I've
you're saying that
answered
you
that.
don't remember, but this is something you filed yesterday. Go get your amended schedules, please.
You were asking me about what had been filed in 2025 in the Chapter 13. That was the last thing you asked me.
No, I was asking you about, I said you had to, in this case, also disclose your gross income for businesses. I just asked you that and you said, if you say so. And I'm not gonna work like that. You need to have the document in front of you that you signed under oath so that I can examine you about it. So
Okay. So can you just finish the question for me? Can you just finish the question and I can see if I can perhaps answer it?
Okay, I cannot wait. I mean, I cannot wait for Jack to go over this in a 10-part series, like for real. Because like instead of just getting up, going to Face Music, getting the laptop and coming back, she wants to fix it. Right? Like, no. I'll answer it this time. Ask me again and I'll answer it this time. And that's so interesting to me.
She's trying to delay the inevitable.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And also distract and deflect.
Yes.
She's distracting her because Queen Jennifer was like, go get your computer.
Mm-hmm.
Go get the documents right now. I'll wait. And then she's like, no, can you just finish the question? And then Queen Jennifer obliges. I don't know why. But
right. I think she was trying to give them like, I don't know what, maybe more rope. Who knows? I don't know. I do think she was trying to just get to the end of her questions. Like, I really do feel like she had a plan. She went in there to execute it. Exactly.
You could hear the pages turning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reasons, Jan just like pulling a dog on a leash that doesn't want to go anywhere, right? Like
she's very confident in her manipulation abilities, but they're not as good as she thinks they are.
Right. Exactly. She's making it worse.
And she's also used to swindling like West Coasters.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry. We are a different breed. We are a different breed.
And that's fine. Everybody has a purpose.
Yeah. we are. No, you
can't
do that.
See if I can perhaps answer it in that way. Just finish your question for me.
Well, yesterday you filed a sworn statement attesting that the gross income of your businesses for 2024 was $40,785. Right?
Okay.
Is that correct?
Okay. Yes.
That same information was not disclosed in your Chapter 13 statements. Would you admit that?
Again, I believe it was because of the LLCs and the differentiating between the LLCs and our personal situation that we were not.
Okay, that I understand. Right, I understand. However, if you look at the question in the Chapter 13 statement,
yes, Lori.
It's the identical question that you answer in the Chapter 11. They are the same exact wording, the same, asking for exactly the same information.
So, yeah, Lori says it's like Jan thinks she can outwit them. Absolutely. Yeah.
So this is what I was saying, even about the Laura Owens case. All the prosecutor has to do is play her answering the same questions differently to the three different judges, from the order of protection hearing, the injunction against harassment hearing, and then the paternity case hearing. And literally it's all different. And then on the screen, they should also display how she answered those questions in affidavits.
I absolutely believe that's what the exhibit will look like.
That's all they need. Dead to rights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's guilty.
Yep.
And then play her admitting in court, obviously, that she tampered with evidence. So
right.
You could get her on that charge too.
Right. And Scorpio says, to be fair, the longer she draws it out and delays, she just might get that life insurance policy to pay up. Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm here to outlive her. Just to be stubborn.
Well, let's talk about that, because I don't think that there's a policy on her. And so this couple who are totally dependent on each other, there's no plan for Ron to be taken care of if something happens to her. And yeah, her income's smaller, but it's still something. It's still needed for them to live in this house at least. So that's frustrating. But also, I said this before, and I mean it, I will become the insurance adjuster's worst nightmare. Like, this policy is not getting paid out if anything looks sketchy. I'm telling you that.
No chance.
and
I think, can they claw back their payments to them?
It's a weird area. So the
Life
answer
insurance is
yes,
not a necessity, obviously.
right. But it's also like some sort of weird exemption that may or may not apply depending on the kind of policy it is. So I hesitate to answer because it really is dependent, from what I understand, on the type of policy that it is. Grace says she thinks every question is about why. A lot of questions are just about what, or they are yes or no formatted. Exactly. Like, numbers are not contextual. Okay. And one more thing I want to say, because the reason I actually paused is, I have no doubt that money went from business accounts, if that's where it came into personal accounts. So that's where, again, it's not a personal bankruptcy anymore as well. So that's a problem.
Do you think they're going to bring Sarah and Christian's finances into this? Because obviously they're commingling with that as well.
To the extent that recovering what has been paid to Sarah is necessary, yes. It may just be a threat, like a letter saying, hey, you got to pay this money back to the estate, or we're going to file an adversary case. And then if they don't comply, then they file the adversary case, right? And so, but to the extent, I don't think it'll be like a whole wide opening, but I think it'll be at least to the extent of, did you receive this money? Yes. If so, I don't even think it matters where it went. It's got to come back. So I think it's a fancy story that they've told, but it doesn't matter, in my opinion. Okay. Let me go back 1 second. So she's like, the same exact question you answered 2 different ways, right?
The Chapter 13, you disclosed nothing. And now in your amendment from yesterday, you disclosed over $40,000 of gross business income. They are not, one is true and one is not true. Would you agree? They can't both be true.
Well, the truth lies in the context.
No, the truth lies in the fact that they were both exactly the same question. That's why you need to pull up the documents. No, there's no context. They are both the same question, Miss Naylor. Item number 4 on the Statement of Financial Affairs is the same exact question that was on the Chapter 13 statements, that is in the Chapter 11 statements. Now, suddenly, you're disclosing over $40,000 of business income for the year 2024 that was never disclosed in the Chapter 13.
But again, the Chapter 13 was filed in 2025, and the Chapter 11 was filed in 2026, and you're going back to 2024. Let me explain something.
No. I want you, because this is deviating again. No, I don't want you to explain anything.
I remember writing on my notes, no.
I said it into my recorder. No.
Oh my God.
I want you to.
So
I
satisfying.
Well, 100%. Okay, if nothing comes of this, I swear to God, if nothing comes of this, the fact that this happened is satisfying to me.
Yes.
Like, so much.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry.
Go get.
Can I just
No. I want
Can I
you.
just-
No.
clarify?
I do not want clarification. If I need clarification from you, I will tell you. I am getting frustrated with you because you don't have the schedules in front of you. So why I'm going to ask that you pull up, go get your computer, or I don't know if you have a desktop and you and Mr. Owens can move over there, or if you have a laptop that you can put in front of you. But I need for you to pull up.
It sounds like a Dr. Seuss riddle. Okay, sorry.
Docket number 78 that was docketed yesterday in this case. And then I'm going to also ask that you pull up your petition in the chapter 13. And well, for right now, that's what I want you to do. Can you do that?
It's funny because Queen Jennifer's no is like Laura's whoa.
Well, way better. 1,000% better. 1,000,000% better.
So much better. So much better.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Jen, I think it's also in the video description, but yes, please subscribe and like to all the things. Oh gosh. I would not eat them. Okay. Focus.
The petition for the chapter 13. The point on the 2024 income is that the difference is that I had not, when we filed for chapter 13, I had not done our taxes for 2024. So I did not have the accurate information for 2024 when we filed for the chapter 13. And we also felt that we were filing for the LLC and not.
Tiff, the chapter 13, you're good at all the dates and stuff. It never sticks in my brain. Chapter 13 was filed in August, right?
Yes, of 2025.
Didn't their taxes for 2024 have to be filed by like April 15th? Isn't that like tax day?
Yeah. And I mean, they could have gotten an extension.
I don't think they did.
No, I'm sure they didn't. But that would have pushed them to October, I think. But no, here's the thing, because if they had gotten an extension, it wouldn't have mattered. They still would have had to file them for that case to complete. But they would have also said so. Like, oh, we were granted an extension or we applied. If you're really kind of automatically granted one as long as you ask for it. But like, and so, but what's funny to me is their excuse for not filing 24 and 23 when they were in the chapter 13 case was not this. It was that she had lost access to all her accounts and she wasn't able to do her expenses, which, okay.
She found access to all of her accounts now.
First of all. Secondly, you can still get your statements just because your online portal doesn't, like, you can call and you can have that stuff mailed to you. Like, and I highly doubt these are totally paperless people. I highly doubt it. So anyway.
They like the internet.
Yeah, just a bit. So yeah, she's coming up with different reasons. This would be another thing for Queen Jennifer's slide.
Did you watch
They said this.
That therapist go over the personality traits of Laura and why she cannot just admit she lied or
Yeah.
and she just creates more and more lies. So it's obviously genetic.
Right. Clearly. Yeah. Right. Kathleen says extension is until October 15th. I took one this year because I didn't feel like doing them in the spring and the government is going to owe me. It gets more difficult if you owe. Yes. Interest. Yeah. Yeah. You do have to pay the interest unless, of course, you're special and you file for special things. But, and I'm sure they did or whatever. So, yeah, I think the fact that she's saying two different things here for the same problem is also a problem.
Well, I think it's funny that she doesn't know what she just filled out in a form she filed yesterday. However, she's able to clearly state the amounts that were in whatever accounts So are you looking at a computer? Or are you not looking at a computer? Are you looking at your files? Or are you not looking at your files?
Did you put everything together or did you not put everything together? Yeah. Okay.
So felt that we were filing for the LLCs and
Felt.
not for, that had nothing to do with our personal situation. So the 2024, so then when we did file the Chapter 11 for
Wait. No, she knew better though. That's not even a good excuse either. She knew better because they literally sent her a letter saying, or a order saying, you have to file your taxes.
None of her excuses are good.
No, they aren't. Sorry, I tried to make logic out of them. Shouldn't.
this year, I had at that point done the 2024 taxes and had a chance to look more at what the actual income was.
Okay, well then let me
So
ask you that. All right, I understand what you're saying. Now I want to ask you this. If that's the case, when you filed your statement of financial affairs on May 22nd under docket 9 in this case, you also said there was no business income at all. So if you already knew, hold on. According to what you just said, by that point, you knew what the 2024 business income was, but you didn't disclose it when you filed a sworn statement in this case on May 22nd, 2026. Isn't that true? You
Laura
didn't
was
disclose
definitely
it.
in the room with them.
On May 22nd, we
Yeah.
filed the skeleton filing at the very, very last minute. We had thought that we had an attorney who was going to file for us, and he backed out at the very last minute, and so we had to file a skeleton.
I would love it. I don't think it'll happen. I would love it if this attorney was brought in to be questioned about his bailing on them at the very last minute. I definitely think you should keep making that argument, Jan. I definitely think that won't make the U.S. Trustee's office inquire further. Definitely keep making that argument. It's going to work
That's
out great for you.
irresponsible attorneying, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going, babe. You do you. It's working out
Also,
great
no
so
one
far.
ever filed an appearance.
Right. It's working great so far for her. She should keep giving this story.
Filing and did the very, very bare bones that we could do, and knew that we would be amending it, and
Very,
presumed
very.
that we would have an attorney to handle it for us. So that was why there was virtually nothing in the filing from May the 22nd, because it was literally a last minute. May the 22nd was a Friday afternoon before the Memorial Day holiday, and the foreclosure auction for our home was scheduled the Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. So we were in a position where, we had to do a very bare bones filing, knowing that we would be amending it and adding the correct figures.
Well, you didn't say that. In response to the question, did you have any income from employment or from operating a business during this year or the two previous calendars? You answered in the affirmative, no, on a sworn statement. You didn't say, yes, but I will amend to give the information. You said no, correct? That's what you said.
Well,
Yeah, no, is that what you said? Are you going to deny? I'm looking at it right now. You said no.
And the original
When you-
filing
in
for
docket
Chapter
number
11
9
as well.
Well, right. And the thing I love about this is, so, I mean, obviously, working on the research team and stuff, we're pouring through this stuff and we're highlighting things that don't make sense, and we're highlighting inconsistencies and making our spreadsheets and our lists and stuff. And it's like, to hear somebody call out the same things, it's surreal. Like, thank God, because as lay people, we can also think something is important that really isn't, right? I mean, I think that goes with any, especially
We all
in the
latch on to
legal
like
system.
different things based on our own experiences and stuff.
Yeah, and knowledge and everything.
Yeah.
And so, like, sometimes you think something's a really big deal, and it's just like, no, that's actually common. Like Laura's, like the extension in the criminal case. I saw that coming a while ago. But like I said, to see these questions come at them, beautiful.
very satisfying.
Yep.
Under penalty of perjury in this case, you said no, there was no income from operating a business during 2026 or the 2 previous calendar years. And that would have been that was a false statement, correct?
And that was what was on May 22nd?
Yes.
Well, that was the skeleton filing that again,
I understand. I
attorney
understand.
that-
I understand. No need to repeat. No need to repeat. But I'm going to ask you this. It's still a false statement, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you didn't indicate, we're going to amend this. You just said no, there was no business income.
Well, that was a mistake. That was
A
a
mistake.
mistake on my part. And as I say, we were racing to get it down to your building because we had been under the impression that it could be filed electronically.
Okay, I don't need to know.
When we
That's fine.
Okay.
However, I do want to point out that if you look at item number 5 on docket number 9 filed in this case, you actually say that the gross income from business for 2026 was $12,500. Now, where'd you come up with that figure?
that figure was because we had leased a pony earlier in the year.
Well, we know that, and you're talking about the lease for Frosted Flakes.
Yes.
And so you said,
a moment of silence for an utmost respect for the pronunciation of Frosted Flakes, because I love it in my soul.
Poor Frosted Flakes. He didn't want to be dragged into this crap.
Swear to God. Oh, Frosted Flakes. I just love it. And I know it makes sourdough eating laugh so much. Frosted Flakes.
It's crazy.
Oh.
your business income that you list here on docket number 9 was only $12,500, and you say that that's based on the lease of the pony Frosted Flakes. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is that you were actually paid $25,000 for the Frosted Flakes lease on February 27, 26. So it wasn't $12,500, it was actually $25,000, right?
Mine too.
Correct. And the reason that we stated it as 12,500 was because it is for a year-long lease, and I believe we were interpreting the.
Okay, this one, look, you do it based on how much you got, how much money you got, not prorated, you idiot.
Right. And you're telling me this, like, you run businesses?
Not
also,
well.
Also, if we're prorating it, then why aren't we prorating it? Because May 22nd is not half of a year. Okay. Why didn't we prorate it if we're prorating it? Just
That's too
saying.
much work.
Like,
That's a step too far.
She ballparked it, right? Is that what she's ballparked?
She's really good at
I
ballparking.
don't think we're there yet, but she ballparked it.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Ron in the background.
Yeah, Ron is gurgling something.
I do think that's what broke Bacon Bears yesterday. And I was listening as I was driving to therapy, and she was just dying over that noise. But it's like,
And then Queen Jennifer being like, you need to enunciate or something. It's like you're sitting on the phone.
yes, exactly. Oh, and that's what it sounded like. Like nothing to do with his capacity. It was like he was just, muffled.
And then he's like, oh, I have some painful stuff going on right now.
Okay, Laura. We all do.
Yeah, literally.
It's called chronic illness. Get over it.
As I sit here with my hip not working properly, my knee killing me. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like we all have, his is probably significantly worse than mine. I'll give him that. But I mean,
maybe
we all have pain. It doesn't mean that we can't participate appropriately in.
It doesn't qualify what you're about to say.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with it.
That
in this context. Like it just doesn't. If we're talking about context,
That's some context. Bull. That's probably how some of my friends would pronounce it.
I love it so much. I love a New York accent, New Jersey. I love it. Like in my soul. I believe in another life. I lived in New York. I love it. So yeah, I just have admiration for it. and I love, like, I have utmost professional respect for her, and the accent is just pure
It
fangirl.
adds an extra bulldog zest to the conversation.
Absolutely. Like, it makes it more serious.
Yes.
Okay.
More interrogaty, like mob style. Oh no. Either go make money or die so we could collect on your fucking death finally. We've been waiting for 23 years. Sorry, Tiff.
Who got me?
They have. They've been waiting for 23 years for this man to kick it.
It is literally the only investment they've ever invested in. Quit that.
Well, we can't let that lapse. We've had it for 30 years.
Yeah,
And
again,
it's not essential to you living right now, right?
your mortgage is also 30 years, Jen, but okay. Oh,
We have to agree to disagree. I almost died when she said that.
yeah,
We have
Yeah.
to agree to disagree. No, ma'am.
yeah. Yeah, it was like, no, that's not what we're doing here. This isn't a casual conversation like you had with your GoFundMe benefactor or whatever. Like, no. Ooh. Yeah, cat lady, good point. In the beginning of the hearing, he was fine speaking clearly to say his name. He was pro se. So I think Queen Jennifer was caught on to some things. Yeah. I think this hearing definitely proved to me that he knows what's up. He's just bored with it. He's not interested, but he knows what's going on. Absolutely.
He knows he's involved.
Oops. Okay.
The income that up until that point as it being 50%. So in other words, it was, half a year had gone by, and so half a year was 12,500.
Okay. But you did not include any other income for 2026 besides this 12,500 on your original Chapter 11 Statement of Financial Affairs, correct?
Correct. And outside of the pension and Social Security income, that's basically the case. There have been some contributions to the GoFundMe this year. I think it would be under $1,000 for 2026 because it has remained up there. There would be the pony lease, the Social Security and pension income for 2026. Some like I say, under 1,000 for the GoFundMe, and
well, let's back up. Let's back up. Okay,
I actually zoned out. Like,
Same.
Jan droned on so much, and I was reading comments, and I actually zoned out.
I
Like,
disassociated.
I did. This is so crazy. Okay,
She's
sorry.
just like the queen of, I mean, she should never be associated with royalty, obviously, but she's like the queen of like word salad.
Yes. Yeah.
And someone said Jan has been out here too long and was not ready for that New York direct.
Right.
No, she was not.
Not at all. I don't think anything important was said in that rambling. So I'm just going to
more
keep
word
going.
salad, and it's literally just like the same shit she's already said.
Yeah. Right. And that's why also the frustration is coming in, because it is a waste of time to just keep saying the same thing. It's like reading one of Laura's blogs.
let me back up. When you filed the Chapter 13 case, you never disclosed the GoFundMe funds, did you?
No, we didn't. Again, it was my understanding at that point that those were, the GoFundMe is considered exempt, and it's considered more like a gift as opposed to income. And again, it had all been, the majority of it had been already exhausted, 6 or 8 months before, I guess 6 months before the filing of the Chapter 13.
If that's your understanding, why did you disclose it on the filing yesterday?
Because of the fact that the folks online had brought it up, and they brought it up to the judge, and the judge had asked about it, and we have wanted to be transparent about it.
So
If the
earlier
judge
you did
didn't
not
ask
want to be
about it,
transparent about
you
it?
wouldn't have said anything, is basically what she just
No.
said.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I hate her narrative so much. That's all. I can't be nice about it.
So does
I can't-
Jennifer.
I can't stand the, no, that was not me. The folks online, it's not
We
me.
should poll the chat and see if any of them like her narrative.
Right? Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a hard pass. I don't know. I don't. You didn't do it because the folks online. You did it because the judge told you to do it.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
I guess she didn't. She did say they should. No, she did say they needed to amend to disclose. She did say that. So yeah, this wasn't easy. This was a layup question. Really, I misunderstood before.
Yeah.
I understand now because the judge said so. So that's why it's an.
I was following
easy.
the judge's instructions to do this. I didn't realize I needed to put it in the first one. Now I understand that because the judge told me to. So here it is. She just dug herself further
Mm-hmm. I was
into
gonna.
a hole.
Okay, I'm gonna hit play, but I'm also looking for something. I think the question, she goes, because she says she thought it was like a gift, like it doesn't count. But I'm pretty sure the question is about gifts. So there's that.
If that's your understanding, why did you disclose it on the filing yesterday?
Because of the fact that the folks online had brought it up, and they brought it up to the judge, and the judge had asked about it, and we have wanted to be transparent about it.
So earlier you did not want to be transparent about it?
No, it wasn't a question of not being transparent. It was simply a question of I didn't think that it was necessary. The money had been exhausted, and it was, considered a gift, and I didn't think that it was necessary.
You didn't think it was necessary. Okay. I want to quickly ask you, you provided our office with a copy of what is it looks like your 2024 tax return.
Okay, wait.
And
Correct.
has that been filed?
I love what we're about to witness
Me too.
so much that I need to go because I was looking at the questions. I want to go back and absorb this because I love it so very much. Whew, here we go.
Copy of what is it looks like your 2024 tax return. And
Correct.
has that been filed with the IRS?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't have a signed copy. Is there any reason why you didn't give me a signed copy?
I think I just sent you what I had from H&R Block, who had prepared it.
Are you saying, so I'm sure H&R Block gave you a copy for your own records of your signed and dated copy, did they not?
I can access it online, and that's how I sent it to you. I don't have a printed out copy of it. No.
Well, you're going to have
I
to.
mean,
I would ask you that please go back to H&R Block, and I want a copy of the signed and dated return that was actually filed. Okay.
Okay. So the one that we sent you from their portal is not signed and dated?
No, it is not.
I agree, Booker's lady.
Okay, so go and get that from H&R Block. And in the meantime, when I looked at your 2024 tax return, and you had H&R Block assisting you with that, correct?
I
Correct.
can't type it.
So presumably they knew what they were doing when it came.
Sorry. Did I miss something? I didn't have your channel link in here.
Oh, you're fine. Booker's lady said, I don't think Jan is an idiot. I also don't think she's as dumb as she plays at all.
Yeah.
She knows she can rack up as much debt as she wants because no one can touch their pension or social security income. It's a scam and fraud and should allow those to be garnished. And I fully agree.
Yeah, I think the commingling is going to be a problem for them on that front for sure. Absolutely. It's we're going to be at the find out stage for sure.
Came to understanding what gross income is and that sort of thing.
Yes, I was working with a preparer that I have not worked with before. And I was working over the telephone with them in several sessions.
Okay, so the 2024 tax return shows let me back up.
So that noise, was that Laura hitting the desk, hitting the table, pointing at something? Did you hear that?
Or Queen Jennifer's exasperation with these
Oh,
idiots.
that could be too. Like,
I think
crying
all
out
that
loud.
really fast mouse clicking is Queen
Yeah.
Jennifer just like fiddling
so I do that. Like, I do that with a pen. I always have. Like,
a clicker
I
pen.
do the clicking.
Yeah, I have.
I always do it. It's bad because I did real estate closings for a living, so like I always had a pen in my hand. I was always clicking it. I'm sure I drove people crazy. Okay.
On your most recent amendment to the schedules, you claim under oath that gross business income for 2024 was $40,785, correct?
Again, I don't have the return here, so I'm relying on you to,
That's not the
That's what I
return I'm
said then.
referring to. I'm referring to your schedules that were filed yesterday, that were docketed yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Do you have that copy up now or no?
Yes, Kelly.
No, I don't.
I think we're going to have you come in for a deposition, ma'am, because this just isn't working. I wanted this to work where I could just go through the questions. I thought you would be more cooperative in terms of, admitting to the things that you signed under oath. But, you sitting there saying, I don't have a copy of it in front of me is just not going to work. We can have you sit in front of me and I'll put these documents in front of you. Your recollection, though, is it not?
So that's a critical point in my opinion, because here's the deal. I think initially when they did their initial, like when they discussed before their last meeting of creditors and they were going to do this joint dismissal, I think it was like a get out of my hair. I don't want to deal with you and your craziness kind of thing. We have bigger fish to fry here at the DOJ and we're just going to move on with our lives and you can't file for a year.
Okay.
And then the judge was like, no.
I want a full accounting of this.
Exactly. And we need a full financial picture because this is I know the GoFundMe does get traction and it needs it because it's a big deal, bigger than Jan realizes. But also, she said she needed a full understanding of their financial picture. And she doesn't have that right now. And she
And the
needs
judge
that.
also said the words, and I quote, fraud upon the court.
Yes.
And for where the court
Contempt.
sits, you're in contempt, ma'am.
Yeah. And so that full financial picture comes with this kind of hearing. You get all the documents and you send them in and you fill out your schedules and you send it in. But this is a key part of that. And to not take it seriously, to avoid and misdirect, to not answer questions flat out, not cooperate basically. So backing up a second. So the judge says, no, we want a full thing. So then Jennifer's like, I deal with, these judges every day. I've been given a direction, and I'm going to follow through with this direction. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do here. And like I said, then we get to this part. And so now you're making it even more difficult. And I'm really positive that if there's one thing that these people don't like, it's having their time wasted.
Especially someone who hails from my neck of the woods.
100%. So, it's different. And I think we're on a different track now. Just this whole, you thought your document dump would work, then you thought your playing dumb game would work, and all you're doing is leveling yourself up to the next microscope, the bigger, stronger microscope. And that final report to the judge.
The judge really seemed like she definitely wanted to convert this to a Chapter 7.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the impression I got. I see that being more realistic as we go on. Yeah, there may not be a lot, but it may be enough, especially with a GoFundMe and payments to our daughters. So, and God knows who else. Okay. Let me go.
That you said that for 2024, you realized gross income of over $40,000 from your businesses. That's what you attested to under oath in the amendment that was docketed yesterday, correct?
Yes.
Well, your tax return claims that your total gross business income was just about $6,000. Are you aware of that?
I'm wondering whether you're looking at
Was that exasperation? Was that exasperation?
Yeah, Jan has the freaking nerve and the gall to be exasperated.
It's not pretty.
The after expenses.
No, let's back up. You had an accountant do your tax return, and I think it's fair for us to presume an accountant understands what gross receipts means. Gross income. So I'm looking at your tax return that you say was already filed. The gross receipts that it indicates for 2024 is only $6,704. That's what you filed with the IRS.
It's a big difference.
That may be for just one of the businesses. I'm not sure.
How is that an answer? How is that an answer though? Like that may just be one of the businesses. So what you're telling me is you didn't file or disclose any income for the other businesses. It's what do you mean it was just for one business? You know why it was just for one business? Because that's the only business you received a 1099 on because it came from a legitimate company. That's why. That's the only thing you're including. That's exactly why. Everything else is a fucking shell game, and it is not reported to the IRS. And my God, you guys have screwed yourself so hard filing this case. I can't even. Okay.
They're very dumb.
Mm-hmm. This is bad for them.
Yeah. I do hope that they see some actual consequences. Obviously losing everything, but on top of that, maybe some jail time, because this is real. Like, Queen Jennifer knows what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure she's seen all sorts of things. She's probably not used to being answered like this in general because it doesn't happen too frequently, but I assume, but
right.
Like, she's probably seen all sorts of tricks in the book. So
yeah,
she sees right through it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I had looked at it, and I looked it over twice, and it seemed okay. So I'm not sure.
Well, I'm looking at your tax return. I'm looking at your tax return, and it shows the accountant that assisted you from H&R Block listed statement of profit and loss first for Nobody Told Me, LLC, which realized gross receipts in 2024 of $6,704. Okay. Does that sound about right?
Right, okay.
Okay. Now, the next page on your tax return says Quartet Farms, LLC, and there's 0 for gross receipts in your tax return. The next page, you also have Lizmax, and that has no income. So let me ask you, where did you come up with this figure in the amendment that was filed yesterday showing $40,000 of gross receipts?
And this is for 2024?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
well, the 6,704 for Nobody Told Me is, I'm sure, from the, whatever you call the 1099s that were for that.
We're sure too. We're sure of that.
You're so sure all of the sudden about that. But you have no idea what any of the other documentation questions are referring to because it's not in front of you.
Exactly.
Quartet in 2024. Again, I would have to look at my my records.
That's a good one.
We were running at a loss, and
I understand, Miss Naylor. You keep trying to disregard my emphasis on gross income. I asked you earlier, do you understand what gross income means? Do you understand what that means?
Yes,
I think
do.
Jan realized
You're under.
Oh yeah, that's the comment I was looking at. Nobody told me I'd need my documents. I think she realized that she can't actually say that I pulled it out of my ass.
Yeah.
In a like a court kind of setting. It's rude.
I left it off on purpose.
Yeah. And Jen also said, nobody told me not to commingle the GoFundMe money.
Oh, God. I mean, the jokes write themselves. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Understanding of gross income means that it's the total receipts that the business gets before paying out any bills, right?
Correct.
Okay, so
Correct.
you keep talking about how you were operating at a loss. It doesn't matter if the business is operating at a loss. Gross income is the revenue that was generated. And you deviated again because my question was, you attested under oath in the filing yesterday that your gross business income for the year 2024 was $40,785. That's what you attested to in the filing yesterday, correct?
Yes, yes.
But that seems to contradict your 2024 tax return that only claims about $6,000 of gross income. They are inconsistent. Can you explain that to me?
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm explaining to you that the Nobody Told Me income, the 6,704, must be from 1099s that we received for Nobody Told Me. For Quartet, I don't believe we had any sales or income for 2024, any gross income. I don't believe we did because we were running at a loss. As far as Lizmax is concerned, we would have had, and I know that I had given the tax preparer the details on the revenue that we had gotten from Lizmax.
She just accused the tax preparer of fraud. Is that what she just did? She just accused the tax preparer of fraudulently preparing. I'd like to see how you gave that to the tax preparer. My God.
Well, earlier when she said with the signing, when the document wasn't signed, she was like, "Oh, did they not give you the right one or whatever?" Like she's really trying to throw this H&R Block person under the bus. And Queen Jennifer is like, the accountant didn't know what your gross income is? No.
The accountant puts the numbers in. You tell them the numbers. Okay. Like, and also, okay, here's what the theory is: that it was likely like an online H&R Block system, right? Like you go, you log in, and you do your own thing, and that the person she was talking to was like an AI chatbot, right? Like,
You mean AI messed something up? No,
right? Like,
can't be.
like I'm positive now. Like that's what. So it's interesting to me. She's playing this card so hard, but
We had a few meetings
yeah,
with the AI bot.
yeah, exactly, right. I can give you my portal login.
Nobody
because
told
we
me
did
ignorance
have,
is no defense.
rental income from Liz Max, and so I'm not sure how she interpreted that or whether that was a mistake in her.
Oh, okay. You want
She was it Siri? Were we blaming Alexa? Sorry, I'm going back.
Max, and so I'm not sure how she interpreted that or whether that was a mistake in her.
Oh, okay. You want to say, so you're saying the accountant made a mistake, like the lawyers in the past? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying,
I was saying.
I'm saying that
I
I'm
have
sorry.
said that exact phrase before in that exact tone of voice.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Is that
Is that
what
what
you're
you're
saying?
saying?
She's like grinding her teeth.
You just know that her head was tilted and she was just like, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I 100% understand now why these hearings are not visual. Because you can read her face.
But I
I'm sure.
really would have loved to see her face, especially when she was saying, no, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
Or okay. I'm gonna hit play, but I'm gonna try to go back real quick. Because it's not letting me do it if I don't.
that I had given her the
Come on.
information that there was no attempt to hide
I'm gonna try to do this without messing it up.
mistake in her.
Oh, okay. You want
Because we did have rental income from Liz Max,
Did I
and
mess it
so
up?
because we had gotten from
Hold on.
we would have had
I think I did it.
and I know that I had given the tax preparer the details on the revenue that we had gotten from Liz Max, because we did have rental income from Liz Max, and so I'm not sure how she interpreted that or whether that was a mistake in her.
Oh, okay. You want to say, so you're saying the accountant made a mistake, like the lawyers in the past? Is
And
that what
Deb
you're saying?
Peterson, I agree.
I'm saying that
I agree.
Is that what you're saying?
I think the fraternity of lawyers in Arizona have blacklisted them. Who wants to be blamed for their mistakes or defend the lies?
Absolutely. So like in my world, and I'm sure it's not as formal for attorneys, but like in my world with my business, we would get alerts from underwriters that would say, 123 Maple Lane, and a list of, maybe sometimes names, and they would say, if you get a transaction request for this property or these people, contact underwriting immediately. And it was like yeah, it wasn't a frequent. I mean, we would get them from each underwriter a few times a month, maybe, like not often, but enough where it was like, and I mean, I had a situation where I had actual legit fraud that I submitted to the underwriter, and that didn't generate one of those reports. So it has to be like next level, right? For the underwriter to say, yeah, we're not touching anything with these people or this property. So I feel like there's more of a probably unofficial thing going on in the law world that does about the same thing. Like, hey, they have bar meetings and shit. So
we were saying on Echo's stream last night, like the legal community is not that huge. So like people do talk, especially in the same areas.
Yes. Like an attorney I was talking to, a local attorney that I was talking to way back when they filed their first bankruptcy, said the attorney they hired is like a respectable attorney. They're not a complex case attorney, so they may be in over their head, but like they knew who it was, and they're in totally different fields. So
The only non-respectable attorney these people have hired has been Jingles.
yeah, because everybody else won't do it. Okay.
I had given her the information that there was no attempt.
Oh, and yes,
Any
I don't know how to say that name.
whatsoever.
Dader Akashani. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Did Jan admit she filed Chapter 11 only to postpone the house sale? Yes, she sure freaking did.
in writing, to the judge verbally, to Queen Jennifer verbally, over and over again.
Yeah.
It's her theme in this case. Yes, she did. Oops, keep doing that. Okay, sorry.
Because
Well, then
so
answer my
I-
question. You keep not answering my question. How did you come up with the figure of $40,785 of gross income from business that was filed yesterday? Where did you get that figure from? You tell me how you calculated it.
I'm sure that is from the nobody told me income. It is from the Liz Max income from whatever rental we had gotten from that. And if there was any income for Quartet, but again, I don't believe that there was. So I believe that it is correct to say that there was zero income for Quartet. And as far as Liz Max is concerned, I'm going to have to go back and check and see, because I know that I had given the accountant the information on the rental income that we did have from Liz Max. So why it didn't translate, I think perhaps it didn't translate because we had massive losses from that. But I'm saying what we had given to you in the docket with regard to 40,000 in business income in 2024, I'm sure is accurate.
Okay, so you're saying that your federally filed tax returns are inaccurate.
No, I'm saying I need to look at how she calculated that.
Well, there's an itemization of gross receipts, and it says zero for Liz Max and for Quartet, and it only says 6,700 for Nobody told me.
I think maybe she was in putting that in there, that maybe she was saying that we hadn't gotten any 1099s for Liz.
No, Jan, come on. Okay, come on. No, that's not like, okay. On her first day with zero training, and she just walked out of McDonald's and next door to the H&R Block and started doing taxes, maybe. But no.
Queen Jennifer is onto this shit though.
Oh, she is. I know. It just
like,
is so
you mean the
frustrating to
accountant
watch.
messed up your taxes? That's literally their job. What do you mean?
Right. And it's wild. Okay. Something may be happening in the background. We're trying to look.
For you or in this
new
hearing?
New.
From me?
To see. No, I'm trying to see. We might be getting some new information.
Oh, that kind of stuff happening in the background. Okay, I was like, is there noise?
No. Sorry, I'm not using my words.
No, it's not you.
Here we
I'm
go.
not using my ears.
It's fine. Great combo we are. Oh, I like this. The losses were so big, the gross income didn't seem worth mentioning. That is the literal fucking argument she's trying to make right now.
Yeah.
And also, the tax preparer was confused about taxes.
Max or for Quartet, any documented government stuff that would. I'll have to look, because I do know that I gave her that information and she may have put it, elsewhere. I mean, we didn't have any W-2s or 1099s or anything like that would have been associated with Liz Max or Quartet on the 2024 income tax. That would have only been for Nobody Told Me.
All you had to do is look at the bank statements to see the gross revenue, correct?
No, not, well, I mean,
You're not
I
counting.
looked at the
You're not
You
counting the
disagree?
cash. You're not counting the cash we may have taken in and never reported either. So no.
I know exactly what went wrong here. She was looking at the bank statements with her eyes closed.
So I can't see it.
So stupid.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I gotta open Discord.
This is
and
not
make-
doing what you think it's doing. You
No,
crazy.
it's not. No,
No.
it's not.
bank
Yeah.
statements, and I was able to calculate the gross income of each of the entities for the
Oh,
18-month
also,
period for
very
which you gave me the
important,
bank statements.
Everyone,
Sorry.
please smash the like button. There's like 400 people in here, and there are like 75 likes. That is inappropriate.
I'm so bad at asking for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, like, yeah, I feel weird
Oh.
asking for it on my own channel,
Here.
but yeah, we gotta. I don't feel bad asking for it on other people's.
No,
Get all the
I'll
likes.
try and-
Get
Right.
all the likes.
I'll change the description after this too and add in your link, but it's in the chat for anybody who wants to please go over now. Now it won't redirect you. You can just go over to the channel, like it, and come right back here, and you can still listen, and it'll be fine. Okay.
In any event, this is something that I'm going to have to pursue in a deposition with you because, again, I need you to have these documents in front of you. One of the things that you did finally admit to in your recent filing is that you are paying the living expenses of your daughter, Laura Owens, correct?
correct.
And you
Laura
state in Schedule J that your monthly expenses for her, and you referred to her as a dependent, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you say, well, where did you put this? Let me see, hold on. One second. Okay, let me just go.
Hanson, girl by the U.S. Attorney. Jen.
Excuse me, who is that? You, Miss Naylor, speaking?
Not me. Not me.
Somebody, okay, somebody just again. Okay, I am looking at your statement of financial affairs that was docketed yesterday, and it says that you have for between 2024 and 2025 that you gave gifts to Laura Owens in the total amount of $19,608. Correct?
That I gave what to her?
You gave gifts through ongoing monthly support to your daughter, Laura Owens, of $19,608.
Okay.
That's what you said in your sworn statement, correct?
Correct. Yes. I couldn't understand what you had said. It cracked.
Okay, well, tell me how you calculated that amount.
From the fact that we pay for her car.
No, I need to know specifically how you came up with that number. I don't need generalities. I want to know specifically how you came up with the amount $19,608. What does that include for the period 2024 to 2025?
It includes clothing. It includes food. It includes whatever the housing would be. It includes the car, the insurance. It includes the basic, life necessities.
Well, considering the car payment and insurance, a part of that is like $1,000 alone a month, and she says she paid her $1,600. It's like a lot of things to shove into $100, but okay.
Well, there's that. How much is a Barry's membership again?
Facts. I think it's like $300 to $600. I don't know for sure.
And the
It's a
workout
lot.
clothes to go there in.
Right. Macy's covered that, and they're
Yeah. I mean, we've seen her in only like 2 dresses, but the workout clothes keep changing. That's for sure.
For sure they do. For sure they do.
I know what you're telling me includes, but how did you calculate it? Like, what
Oh, yeah,
amount
good
did you
point, Deb.
attribute for that
Housing?
2-year period to food?
What do you mean? She lives in the casita in your backyard. What do you mean housing? Why are you paying her for housing? She should be paying you for housing. What do you mean?
They're trying to attribute a portion of whatever, but they don't pay for her housing because they don't pay for their own housing.
That's true too.
So,
best guess estimates, you know, I mean, you know, it
Well, you came
definitely
up
could have been more.
You came up with this figure recently, and you came up with a very specific figure of $19,608 or whatever it was. Let me go back there. $19,608. That's a very specific amount, Ms. Naylor, and I want to know how you calculated it. Do you have an itemization somewhere that you wrote down, like what it was that you included in that as gifts to your daughter?
You know, I was ballparking it.
You ballparked a number and said $19,608 for a ballpark figure?
ballpark.
Well, you know,
Well-
again, if you're talking about day-to-day living expenses and having to go back.
No,
and
I'm
figure
asking
out,
you,
know,
you just said that you ballparked a figure. If you were going to ballpark a figure, wouldn't it be a round number? You said $19,608. That's a very specific number. How did you ballpark a figure at $19,608?
just again looking at basically like the cost of the car, the cost of the insurance, the estimated, you know, living things. I mean, in you know, just what she would have been, you know, entitled to. I don't run a calculator and keep track of everything. I was trying to estimate that this is.
So you gave an
You know,
amount of $19,608 for as a ballpark figure. Is that you just came up with that out of nowhere? Just a made up figure?
She pulled it out of her
No,
ass.
it's not.
Laura's definitely freaking out in the background right here. Like, I absolutely believe that's what's happening. I believe that's why Ron is making noise. I believe that's why Jan is stuttering. It is chaos, panic at the disco, panic at the dining room table in that house right now.
I also don't think Laura knows how much trouble this is going to be for her as well.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely.
I don't think
agree.
she realizes, like, I think at this point she knows that it's a potential problem, but I don't think she knows how much of a problem it could be.
No.
I don't think Queen Jennifer stopped looking into that girl.
No. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Same. It's not gonna go away just because we stopped asking questions here today. Like, this is not good for any of you.
A figure?
Again, no, it's not a made up figure. It's of estimates that I figured, you know, were accurate.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. This was supposed to cover the period, according to your own sworn statement here, for 2024 through 2025, correct?
Correct.
And you say that that included amounts that you were funding for her car and car insurance?
Correct.
Well,
because we also share we share the car with her.
well, whose
It's
name
one
is the car?
Here's a perfect example.
Happening.
Here's a perfect example of how answering a question in a way that you think helps you really doesn't help you. Okay?
So stupid. They just keep proving how stupid they are.
Right. Because here comes the equitable interest question.
Car insurance? Well,
because we also share, we share the car with her.
whose
It's
name
one
is the
car
car
for three
in? Whose name is the car in?
So Wendy says, can we hook up Jan to a lie detector? Here's the thing. I don't think she is stuttering and stammering and stuff, but I mean, she believes a lot of this crap. So I don't know that a lie detector would.
Lie
detect
detectors
as
are
much.
actually notoriously unreliable.
Mhm.
There are a lot of ways around the lie detector situation. So,
However, I'd love it. I'd love it, but I don't think that that would trip her up. We'll see.
The car is in her name.
Okay, so I
Alana
just
says she'll
calculated
break the
if
machine.
you take
She'd break the machine, right? When smoke starts coming out. Yeah. Ooh.
the amount of the car payments and the car insurance payments for a 2-year period, that's over $25,000. So clearly, the figure that you gave for gifts is understated, wouldn't you say?
Well, again,
Well,
I
again.
would say
Jam buffering.
that part of that car expense and that insurance expense is used by us. And I would also mention the fact that the car and insurance costs have recently really soared compared to what they were in 2024 and 2025.
Why is that, Jan? Is that because you got a new car that's more expensive and you dropped your homeowner's insurance, so now your insurance is higher and your credit's in the tank, and yeah, things. Now you're starting to see the effects of not being privileged. This is how.
Not yet. Not till they're kicked out of the house, I think.
Right. Regular folks deal with these kinds of things. Their car insurance is expensive. Their car payments are expensive because they're in a loop that you're about to find out about.
Because of the bankruptcy situation, the car costs soared, as did the insurance.
Troublemaker, I
let me-
was thinking that might be the plan.
Hmm?
Troublemaker said, I mean, are they all going to go live with the other daughter? I was thinking that might be the plan. Obviously Laura can't go with them,
I
but
don't know what their plan is. I think that she believes that her plan of getting some sort of magical mortgage modification where they just forgive all the past due. I think maybe she believes that that's a thing that's going to happen. It's not. But like, I don't know. This is wild.
Claiming that you're claiming you have some kind of equitable interest in the car? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying that we use the car, that my husband and I use the car.
Well, you use the
Fucking
car,
Helen.
but do you claim that you have any kind of interest in that vehicle?
I mean, we pay the expense for it.
I'm asking if you claim any interest in the car, Mrs. Owens. Do you claim any interest in that vehicle?
Really think about your answer right now. Really hard.
listen to what I'm asking and answer that.
Because it's going to be a problem for somebody, I think.
I haven't ever even thought about it.
Well, think about it now. Do you claim any type of equitable interest in any entitlement to that car? Yes or no?
Jan buffering.
I
need a yes or no answer. You either do claim that you have some kind of ownership or equitable interest in the lease, or you claim that you do not. Which is it?
Well, I think that legally, since my name and my husband's name are not on it, I would think that legally, no, we don't. But from a practical standpoint, we pay for it. So,
Well, you pay for it as a gift to your daughter, you said. That's what you included in the gifts that you listed on the Statement of Financial Affairs, right?
yes, yes.
Well, let me ask you, when you put down in the amount of, and I guess what I'm going to have to do is ask you formally for documents, and I'm going to be asking for copies of all the insurance between 2024 through today, so I can see it precisely. I mean, you're claiming that it's soared, that all of a sudden
Calamity
it's a
Jane,
much
she
higher
did
amount.
actually
But I want to
disclose the
know
car.
Hold on,
how
sorry.
much you have been
I'm
paying
multitasking.
exactly on insurance and the vehicle lease, so we
Back
can
up.
figure out how you came up with this $19,000
I literally
gift
lost the
figure.
window. Hold on,
But
guys.
I'm wondering, does that figure include the $3,500
We're gonna mute for a second because I
payments
lost the
you
window
made
because I've got too
to
many
your
things
daughter's
happening,
criminal
but stuff
defense
is coming
attorney
and I
in
want
July of 2025?
I wish
Okay.
guests could highlight comments because I would have just
Let's
highlighted
just
it.
close this one. That'll solve that. Let's go
Does the
back.
$19,000 include that?
Yep.
And pause. And then we're gonna rewind a minute because I got really distracted.
I know what you got distracted.
Sorry. What happened? Wait.
So Calamity Jane
Can't hear
said
you 'cause I
Ella
have you muted.
disclosed the car, but she did actually disclose the car.
I'm sorry. I had you muted because I'm an idiot.
Oh, I was muted?
I muted you on my end. So you were talking, everybody could hear you, but not me.
Oh. Oh, I was saying that Calamity Jane said Laura did not disclose the car, but she did. She did disclose the car. But at that point, it was a Hyundai.
Correct. It was a different car. She did
Yeah.
disclose that car
So
because
she
we
did
think that
disclose
it
the
had.
car.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I know. I messed up because I was distracted. Okay. So my point was that because I also just realized that when I muted this, I don't think I solved anything. Sorry, guys. Oh my God. Anyway, I was trying to not make it talk while I was figuring out where everything was. I was distracted because there were documents filed today, and I think they're going to be fun to look at. So I was trying to read them really fast while also listening, and that was rude. So I'm going to refocus, and then we'll go over that stuff. Okay.
It as a gift to your daughter, you said. That's what you included in the gifts that you listed on the Statement of Financial Affairs, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, let me ask you, when you put down in the amount of, and I guess what I'm going to have to do is ask you formally for documents, and I'm going to be asking for copies of all the insurance between 2024 through today, so I can see it precisely. I mean, you're claiming that it's soared, that all of a sudden it's a much higher amount. But I want to know how much you have been paying exactly on insurance and the vehicle lease.
Is
so
it
we can
possibly
figure
a
out
much
how you
higher
came up
amount
with this
suddenly because they got a
$19,000.
new car?
Right. That's why. That's for
Hmm.
sure why. And where'd the question go? I just saw it.
And since then, Queen Jennifer was in Laura's paperwork, she knows that it was claimed to be a Hyundai.
Right.
So if they're claiming
That
a Nissan,
public.
that's a problem.
Yep. It's public information. And also the new car costs are on the new form. But that's a problem because it's changed. So
a new car would be more expensive than an old car. That's how it works.
Yep.
And they are not in a position to get a more expensive car.
No, it's really not. It's crazy.
$1 gift figure. But I'm wondering, does that figure include the $3,500 of payments you made to your daughter's criminal defense attorney in July of 2025?
Silence.
Jan buffering.
I was.
You're all miming to each other.
Right?
Laura's like that, and Ron's like that, and Jan is like.
And Jan's like, or Ron's like
He's like, you want? I'll die tomorrow anyway.
when she said this question, I think I woke the dog. I was like, what? because this is the problem. You can't. Yeah, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Clawback.
That's a good question. I feel like we should hear it again.
Yes, I don't disagree. But I'm wondering.
Figure out how you came up with this $19,000 gift figure. But I'm wondering, does that figure include the $3,500 of payments you made to your daughter's criminal defense attorney in July of 2025?
Does the $19,000 include that?
Yep.
Yeah.
The $19,000 was just in terms of basic, expenses.
Okay, so your bank records reflect that on July 9th, 2025, you paid $1,500 to Josh Colesrud. Then on July 10th, 2025, you paid $1,500 to Josh Colesrud. And on July 11th, 2025, you paid $500 to Josh Colesrud. So that's a total of $3,500 to Josh Colesrud, who was your daughter's criminal defense attorney at one point. Is that correct?
That's a problem because in their Chapter 13 filing, it specifically asks you if you paid a debt that benefited an insider within the last year. This was literally, 35 days before they filed their Chapter 13 case. So that's a problem for you. If these people would have just let this house go and given up this plight on this Chapter 13 filing, they would not have created the shitstorm that is about to hit them. I can't, the more I listen, the worse it gets. And it's unbelievable that they
the worse it gets for them, the better it gets for us, really.
I love it because I am frustrated. I've been frustrated over the life of my career because I see a lot of financial crimes and they don't get financial crimes, financial manipulation, abuse, etc. And it just doesn't barely even get investigated, let alone pursued. And so the fact that these questions are even happening is a problem. Oh, Bruce says, Tiff, how does this payment to Colesrud relate to the debt that Laura had in her Chapter 7 bankruptcy? Is it paying that or is that debt extra? Good fucking question, Bruce. I forgot about that.
I think Queen Jennifer did not forget about that.
I'm positive she didn't. I totally forgot about that. I really didn't pay attention to a lot of other creditors in Laura's case, other than a few things, because I was some things I thought maybe were even duplicates in her parents' filings. But it was a little boring to me. But the more these people try to fix problems, the
they make.
Worse it gets.
Yeah.
This is a very, very good question.
They keep trying to dig themselves out of the hole, but they're just digging it deeper and deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And 100%. I love
it.
Correct.
Why didn't you include that in it? Was that when you paid that money? Was that a gift to your daughter?
It wasn't something I was thinking of one way or the other. It was a legal expense.
Well, it wasn't your legal expense.
It was your
daughter's
I have it
legal
half
expense,
that.
right?
That's cute.
Correct.
So why isn't that included among the amount that you gifted to your daughter on your sworn statements?
Again, because I don't really consider that a gift. I consider that a legal expense.
Of your daughter, correct?
Well,
that is not a good answer.
Nope.
No.
You're gonna claim
that is not helping you.
I am honestly curious as to whether or not this was a question on the fly or an answer on the fly that she was giving. Or if it's something they thought of.
That it's a legal expense, not a living expense.
yeah, that I wonder if she thought of how to answer this if it came up. I don't know.
I think the real answer just fell out of her mouth, but I
Yeah.
don't think it helped.
Wait a minute. Just stop.
She's
Are
scared.
you
Wait a
going
minute.
to sit here and claim that the attorney payments to your daughter's attorney, Mr. Colesrud, was anything for you other than a payment for your daughter's criminal defense? That was for her criminal defense. He was her lawyer, not your lawyer, right?
Well, part of our family businesses, including our podcast, Nobody Told Me, and, that she was a part of. So I think that helping her defend herself on that helps the family overall and the family businesses overall. I mean,
This is a
so
very
think
bad
that it's
answer.
not-
So I take it back because I absolutely do now believe she came up with this on the fly. Because
Okay.
it's so awful. It's so awful. It doesn't make sense because it's not like it's a liability of the company because of what the company does, right? So like, if Nobody Told Me podcast was about how to fake a pregnancy. I mean, I don't know, like related to what she's in committing perjury and all these things. If it was related to, if the business was related to the crimes and they were committed in commission of operating the business, then I can maybe understand her logic here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's still not good because it's personal money, so whatever. But those two, they're not the same.
No.
It's
This is not helping you.
Super bad. This is making it worse. This is really making it worse. And I don't think this is one of those answers that's just gonna float out into the distance and not bounce back. It's gonna bounce back.
Queen Jennifer's probably writing up a whole report just on that one question.
Right. Oof.
It's not something that you can just say, oh, that's just to help her. That it needs to be done for the family reputation as well.
Okay, so you're going to deny that the money that you paid to your daughter's criminal defense attorney were gifts to her?
Well, I'm
asking you if you're denying that. Either you admit that they were gifts or you don't. Yes or no? Just tell me yes or no. If you don't think they were gifts, say, I know I don't think they were gifts. If you do believe they were gifts.
I'm saying I don't see it as a gift. I see it as an expense for the reputation of
So then the answer is no.
Yeah.
Yes or no. If you don't see it as a gift, then say no, I don't see it as a gift. That's literally what you don't have to answer it in a 300-word essay.
Exactly. You don't have to add words. Just say yes or no.
When she asks a question like that, she's basically saying, I think we're going to agree to disagree on this, which is why she's asking it like that. So just disagree with her and move on.
Right. Because she can note it and move on to the next. Like,
yeah.
Oof.
And our ability to go forward with regard to some of the businesses that we've had.
Well,
But you also said your businesses were not profitable.
Yeah.
So why were you trying to save them?
Yeah. What is the reputation matter for businesses that are already failing anyway?
Mm-hmm. You're operating at a loss. Your own fucking words. You're operating at a loss.
A major loss. Major losses. Great losses. Huge losses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So much loss that we don't even report what's coming in. But we've got to save them still.
Gross income doesn't count.
Right. Bruce says, Jan always wants to explain why. I don't know why she thinks that's good, but that's what she wants to do. Yeah, agreed.
For more words to use against you, my dear.
Yes. Beautiful. Okay.
Somebody told me COD podcast still ongoing?
it's still available online, and we are still making some income from it. And yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I understand that
She's so, oh,
Yeah.
she's so exhausted over all of this. Yeah.
Oh, ma'am, you're exhausted? You don't have a right for that. No.
Oh, Jennifer, I'm saying she's so exhausted. She's like, okay, like,
Oh,
okay, just
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
First, stop it. Penetrating the corporate veil is how you get fake corporate twins. Twin Teslas. Oh my God. Oof, okay.
that you currently hold $7,000 in cashier checks that were not previously disclosed when you first filed this case on May 22nd. Is that correct?
I did not hold the $7,000 in cashier's checks on May 22nd. I just recently took those out.
Why did you take out $7,000 of cashier's checks since filing this case? And you took it out of what, your bank account that you had at the time of the bankruptcy filing?
Yes, I took it out. It was,
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes
That's
or no?
a lot of money that they supposedly don't have.
And it's yes or no because it's clearly documented on the statements you gave her. She knows the fucking answer. Just answer it. Like this is a layup. Again, answer it and then explain it.
because we did not set up the debtor in possession accounts, and we didn't do those because we had early on realized that we wanted to dismiss this. And
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. So, Chapter 11, the rule is you are supposed to. Oh, hold on, Irene's out of the bedroom all of a sudden, like right now. She's very low key, but when she wants something, she wants it right now. They're supposed to set that up immediately, like after filing. Like I think the next business day. Go ahead. So what they're supposed to do, I've talked about this before, is they're supposed to close their existing bank accounts and open up a new account that is titled Ron and Jan Owens, debtors in possession, and then the bankruptcy case number. That's the full like name of the bank account, so that everybody operating with you knows what's going on, right? Like I mean,
that's where their pension and social security should be deposited into.
I believe so. Yes. Mm-hmm. So they didn't set those up.
You
She
mean
says
Jan didn't follow what she was supposed to do? No,
right.
Couldn't be.
It's so funny because like I downloaded it, the Arizona Bankruptcy District Court or whatever. They have guides. They tell you what to do. You can read them. But anyway, she says here that the reason she didn't do that is because they realized early on that they wanted to dismiss the case. But the problem with that is the beginning of June, was it? The first, what was it? I don't remember the exact date. They filed the emergency motion to extend the automatic stay.
Yeah.
So they wanted to have a whole hearing on that. They explained in 29 pages why they thought they should have a whole hearing on that. And they went into great detail about how committed they were to this bankruptcy and all of that. So like 3 weeks in, we still hadn't set it up. And then along comes July 1st. And I think the next part of what she says is really interesting.
The money that goes into our accounts is Social Security and pension income. And going forward, because we weren't continuing with the Chapter 11, it didn't seem to make sense to set up the DIP account And also my understanding was that I really would need an attorney to go with me to set up those accounts. And as
Nah.
we previously discussed, we were
What?
unable to find counsel.
That's not
Nah,
the job description
nah,
to go with you
nah.
to the bank to set up an account like that.
No, you don't need that. You don't need an attorney with you for that. No, you don't.
She's so stupid.
She's so stupid. Plain stupid is stupid, all of the above.
That. So I didn't know whether that was actually going to be required of me since we have filed for dismissal. So I wanted to protect the money that had been in those accounts and to take it out as cashier's checks that I have on hand if it were to.
So here's the thing. She wanted to protect the money she had in her bank accounts. That's key. That's key right there. So the DIP account is so that they can keep operating their personal and business finances. Like, because they're supposed to be in charge of their finances, they have to issue monthly reports about what they're doing. And so it's so that they can keep doing that. And that it basically also puts others on notice who are doing business with you financially that you're in an active bankruptcy case. That's my understanding of it. Not a lawyer. Just saying. And Chapter 11 is very complex. So
It's more than I understood.
wrong. Yeah. So I think this part's key, and then the next part is also key.
We wanted to keep the money safe in a check.
Right.
What if your house burns down?
So what I hear there is the stay is about to be lifted. I've got some money in my bank account. I'm getting nervous about what could happen to that money in my bank account. That's what I'm hearing right now. And then we get to the next part.
Yeah, I don't want the government to see this money, so I'm going to put it into a check.
And I don't want my creditors to see this money.
That too.
And my creditors also happen to be the same people I bank with.
Cashier's checks that I have on hand if it were to be required that I set up the DIP accounts. I wanted to have that cash available, or the money available to deposit if need be.
All right. So what account did you take those $7,000 of cashier checks out of?
That was taken out of our main checking account 0140. I believe it all came out of that account.
And what was the source of the cashier's checks? Who issued those to you?
Bank of America.
Well, let me ask you, when I'm looking at the time that you filed this case on May 22nd, you said that there was only $100 in the Bank of America account ending 0140. So was that false?
No, that was true.
So then when did that $7,000 go into the account 0140?
On July 1st, it was. We get our pension checks on the first of the month, and so there were that's what it had come from the monthly deposits.
But it doesn't. Your pension checks don't come out to be a round number of $7,000. So I don't understand. Like how many cashier's checks do you have?
I have one for 1,000 and one for 6,000.
Okay, and you got the cashier's checks drawn from your own account that held $7,000 in it.
It held more money than that in it, but that money was being used to pay for day-to-day living expenses, and we had an automatic withdrawal coming up for the car insurance, and so I did not close those accounts. But
I didn't close those accounts. I just took money out of those accounts. And your reasoning is starting to fall apart, Jan, but keep going.
Starting.
The majority of what was in there out, so that again, if I were required to do the debtor in possession accounts, I would have the funds to do it.
Okay. I'll have to see. I mean, you're not to spend that money. Do you understand that?
Correct.
Okay. At this point, you have to be mindful of the fact that you're in bankruptcy and you can't be like taking money out of accounts and then hiding it like that. Maybe you should.
Right, and that's why I had it. That's deliberately why I had it in cashier's checks, so that it would be very clear that I wasn't attempting to hide it.
Okay, well, maybe you should just deposit it back in there. I don't know what's going to happen with the dismissal. I know that we have a hearing on the 27th. If the judge at that point, I mean, I think what you need to do is put it back into your account is what I think you need to do.
Well, would it be possible for me to set up a different account, because I had gotten notified by Bank of America that as of August 10th, they are closing our business account for Quartet Farms, and I'm concerned that they might close the other accounts that could I open a...
Okay, that's the final thing that I think is also a problem. Because, again, what that's telling me is you knew that that money was going to get pulled because you owe Bank of America a lot of money, over $100,000, I'm sure of it, with all their credit cards to Bank of America.
Oh, I was looking at that and I was like, that's definitely over 100,000.
Yeah, I have the spreadsheet, but I'm so afraid to like go off on a different screen right now because I messed it up so bad the first time and I lost everything. I don't want to lose it again, but we have a spreadsheet and it's a lot of money. So I think it's incredibly likely that the idea is that all of their accounts will be closed.
Mhm.
I think it's also a problem that your reaction to that was to pull everything out so that maybe some other automatic things that are supposed to come out of your account don't come out, or because the automatic stay was lifted, that now they can go back to pulling from you and charging you things. I think that's all a problem. Like,
Just a little.
we'll see. So yeah, I'm like, so she wants to put it in a different account. I think a credit union. You should have a credit union anyway, but whatever.
Would I have your permission to open an account with a credit union and deposit that money in the credit union account?
What I'm going to say is this. I think that you are currently in a Chapter 11 bankruptcy that has not been dismissed, and therefore your obligation is to open up a debtor in possession account, and that's what you should be doing. That's all I'm going to say. You have to determine for yourself. I can't give you legal advice, but that has been your obligation since the day you filed this case, that you were required to open a debtor in possession account, and you have not. So I'll just leave it at that. So are you still supporting your daughter, Laura Owens?
Yeah.
And does she earn any income on her own?
She has been unable to.
Well, my answer is that's
Poor Claw.
just listen to my question. Does your daughter earn?
Why is that? Why is she unable to?
Right. It's not, well, obviously it's the Schmear campaign's fault, right? Like, obviously she's
I've got my
unable.
Schmear campaign shirt in my store.
And her, she's being persecuted and all that stuff. So she can't make money.
Well,
Even
what
though-
was her excuse before we all caught on to this whole scheme?
Right. Because she clearly said in her own bankruptcy that she did not make any money for 23, 24, and 25. So, yeah. And here's the other
never
thing.
had a W-2 or a 1099 ever.
And right. And she has been unable to, but Ron has been unable to work to support the family. It's Ron's fault they're even in this position. But
How
not
dare he have
Laura's.
Parkinson's? Oh,
Yeah. Not Laura's, though.
earn any income of her own currently? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So I understand just from public information that your daughter has a private criminal defense attorney, currently, correct?
Correct.
Are you paying for that attorney?
No.
Who's paying for that?
Sarah.
They're 100% looking at each other and trying to figure out what to say, right? Like, that's what's happening in the background right now. I can see it.
Yeah. Laura's like, and Ron's like,
and Jan's
like,
are we having bagels? Oh, yeah, that was a long pause.
I don't know. I have not
Liar.
addressed this with her. She knows that we don't have the funds to pay her, and I know she's been.
You have no idea
Working
how
on her
your
own.
attorney, you have no idea how your daughter who lives with you and who completely relies on you for all of her support is paying for a criminal defense attorney and for pending felony counts against her. Is that what you're telling me? You have no idea? Is that what you're
I
saying?
know that she has been working to. Pardon me?
I'm asking if that's what you're
I know
expecting
that
me.
she has been. She.
She couldn't hear me. I guarantee that's what just fucking happened. So, like, I have this sensory thing when two conflicting noises are happening or two people are talking at the same time. It makes me stop processing anything, and I just hear like
me too.
garbled noise. It
I
drives
have like
me.
auditory blindness when there's like too many inputs. It just, I hear nothing, even if I'm staring right at the person I'm supposed to be hearing.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. Hold on, I'm checking Laura. Oh, okay. That was Lauren, not Laura. Lauren. She was just explaining why she didn't get my email. Anyway, so that was what was just happening just now because Laura's trying to tell her exactly what to fucking say right here. And she's panicking because she knows she needs to say words, but she can't say words because she's got Laura in her face. Ooh, that was good. I'm going back for that for a second.
Who do you think is paying it?
I think Sarah. I don't know if it's through reimbursement from Ron and Jan, but I definitely think Sarah is. And I think at this point, maybe it's starting to get to where it's not being paid or it's a struggle to shuffle and hide that money. So maybe nobody right this minute, right?
Well, I think Looters has known that he's like on the way out.
You have to. Like this, the writing is on the wall for all of us. Hello.
It's the game plan.
Yeah. Okay.
You have no idea.
I would find it interesting if she then has to apply for indigency again to get another public defender, because realistically, right? Like that should be rejected.
I think that I think they'll give it, and I just think they will do it because it's faster than arguing it. It's cheaper than arguing it, and maybe not cheaper, but it's faster than arguing it. And I think they don't like to really mess with people's ability to be represented, right? I think, and we want, as Woodnick says frequently, we do want her to have a proper defense. I think she does have to ask again, though, because I think that's what had to happen when she went from Close Rudd's firm to,
And that's why this was the second indigency filing.
Yep.
Ask for experts.
Yeah. So I think that it's very likely we'll see that happen. And yeah, it's frustrating for Clayton to see how much leeway they give her. But here's the little secret that not a lot of people understand about how it works in the justice system. This happens to a lot of people every single day in this country. A lot of people do not get proper justice, do not get timely justice. I'm not trying to downplay what's happening here. It's bad, but this is not special to Laura. This is just not. This is the fucking game. It's gross, but it's absolutely what happens every day to people who, I'm really washed out now because it got dark in here. To people who have been victims of crimes. They don't get justice quickly. The Trevor Bauer chick, Darcy Esamanu, she was charged a whole year before Laura was. And still, because her case got dropped and then filed again, here we are back on a whole new timeline. So it's frustrating, but you just have to like let it play out and try not to interrupt it, because the more you do that, the more it's going to hiccup. I got to go turn the light on. Okay, I'm going to hit play.
And it opens it for appeals and stuff. So.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people don't understand either. They have to make certain decisions because you do want to, I think judges and the judicial system on their end, they want to make cases non-appealable as much as possible.
It's frustrating to watch
for everybody.
Like I get the purpose. I'm just like, why do they get all these chances? I understand why. I'm just like, but why?
Right, exactly. I'm not saying it's not frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. And at one point in Darcy's case, the attorney wasn't allowed to withdraw, but she had went through like, I think 2 private attorneys, and I want to say like 3 public defenders. And on the 3rd request for a new public defender, that they said, no, we're moving on. Because she's a fucking nut job too. Okay. I'm going to hit play and then turn my lights
on. Felony counts against her? Is that what you're telling me? You have no idea? Is that what you're saying?
I know that she has been working to, pardon me?
I'm asking if that's what you're expecting me. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, she knows that we don't have the funds to help her at this point. And so she has, reached out to others to help her with this.
So
and the details of it, I don't know.
So you have no idea how your daughter's paying for her current criminal defense attorney. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying.
No, is that what you're saying?
I don't.
Either you do not know or you do know. Do you know?
I'm saying we told her we can't help her with it, and I know that she has reached out to others to help her, and I don't know the details.
Okay, so you're expecting me.
Ma'am, how tight is your daughter?
So tight. The tightest.
Right. So we know.
Clayton doesn't know
every single detail of her life, except for the very important detail that's happening right now. And here's the thing. Again, it's a situation where she thinks she's helping herself, but it's making it worse because why don't you know?
That Laura blew Clayton on the couch. That's how detailed information she gets. There's no way that anyone could believe that she does not know who is paying for this crazy.
And it makes it sound like you're lying when you say you don't know. And you say it in this way, like the same way, just put it on me that it was me that set up the GoFundMe. It's the same line.
I mean, you could say, I don't know. That's okay.
Right.
You don't have to know everything. No one is omniscient. But at the same time, it's like, sometimes you actually don't know, but the way you're saying I don't know is that's a lie.
Yep, exactly. You're making it worse.
To believe that the daughter that you support fully and who lives with you has not told you how she's able to pay for her criminal defense attorney currently. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 36.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things.
All right, let's move on. One of the things that you put in the Schedule I that you just filed, all of a sudden you decided to disclose that you get income from this Nobody Told Me podcast, and you had never previously disclosed that in your prior Chapter 13 or your original Chapter 11 schedules, correct?
Correct, because again, it was an LLC and it has been absolutely decimated.
Okay, I don't, you're saying, you're giving me some reason that doesn't make any sense to me, but all of a sudden, for the first time, you have decided that you were going to disclose that nobody told me generates income to you of $50 per month. That's the first time you have ever disclosed that was on this filing from yesterday, right?
Right.
Okay. So let me ask you something. You keep talking about expenses and you say you understand what gross income means. Why didn't you disclose on Schedule I of your documents of your that was filed yesterday? You look at Schedule I, it requires for business income, and nobody told me LLC is a business, correct?
Is a what? I'm sorry, you broke up there.
Nobody told me LLC is your business. It's a business.
Correct.
Why didn't you report this $50 of income on item line 8A, which asks for net income from operating a business? Why didn't you do that?
Because it's so small.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Naylor, you don't get to decide where things go on the forms just because you think it's trivial. You need to fix this, and you need to properly report this on item 8A. And one of the things that you will see is that item 8A requires that you attach a statement for each business showing gross receipts, ordinary and necessary business expenses, and then the total monthly net income. So you need to do that, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I also understand that you failed to pay the fee, the filing fee for the amendment that was just docketed yesterday. Can you explain why you didn't pay that fee?
We did pay the fee.
When did you pay it?
We paid it yesterday. We spoke to Raquel in the.
Okay, but you didn't.
We amended something yesterday and paid it. Paid $34. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that at docket 74, the court or the clerk issued a notice that you failed to pay the fee with respect to this amendment filed at docket 78.
Well, it has been paid.
Okay, well, you're saying it was paid yesterday. Well, okay, I'm just telling you, I'm looking at docket 74 from yesterday that said that the $34 fee was not paid, but now you're saying it was paid?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, one of the things that you failed to include in your amendment was the summary of assets and liabilities. Can you explain to me why you didn't include that required document?
Again, an oversight. Again, I'm not. This is why I have filed to dismiss this, because I'm not an attorney and I don't have the ability, to do this. I know a lot of attorneys don't even handle Chapter 11, and they handle 7 and 13, but they don't handle 11 because it is so complicated, and it's clearly way above my pay grade.
I think the U.S. Trustee's Office understands exactly how complicated it is, and you don't have to keep saying that.
Yeah, she gets it.
Like,
you're not an attorney. We all get it, and
yeah, you're in over your head for sure.
It's not working out so well for you, so
right.
I am going to use the loo. I will be right back.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, you need to file that. So you need to amend Schedule I to move the income from nobody told me up to item 8A, and you need to file a summary of assets and liabilities. Okay?
Okay.
Also, you, I believe you were
Is she pretending to write stuff down here? Like, is she pretending like she did the first time in the first hearing? Is she pretending to write it all down? Oh. I explained 7, 11, and 13. Also, the stream I did with Bacon, that was really good. She had a little, like, a visual that explained it pretty well. It's complicated to answer right now. I'm so sorry.
You were required to file a monthly operating report on June 21st for the last month, showing your income and expenses for the last month of May. but you didn't do that. Can you explain why?
Again, because we had filed for dismissal, I was thinking that this would be dismissed and that would not be required.
Okay. Let me ask you, I want to make sure that there aren't other accounts that you previously had that you haven't disclosed. Did you have a Wells Fargo account at some point in the last few years?
Yeah, I did. I had a checking account that I think it had like under, I don't know, it was overdrawn last I heard.
Well, did you close the account?
I believe Wells Fargo closed the account.
Okay, and when do you believe they did that?
Around the time of the Chapter 13 filing. I don't have the exact date.
But you never.
I believe that they were listed. I think they were listed as a creditor that I put them like $218 or something.
Okay, well, they might have been listed as a creditor, but you never listed the account as having been closed within 1 year prior to the bankruptcy. Why not?
Well, again, because I didn't close it, I believe they.
Pick your excuse from the wheel of excuses. Because again, Jan's going to say again.
Did.
It doesn't matter.
And I don't know when.
It doesn't matter.
But I don't know.
You were required.
Or,
let me just tell you, you were required to disclose. Let's see, I can give you the exact wording. Within 1 year before the bankruptcy, were any financial accounts held in your name or for your benefit closed, sold, moved, or transferred. It doesn't say did you, it say were any accounts closed. And you did not disclose the Wells Fargo account, correct?
correct.
And that's a false statement because there was an account that was closed in your name.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes, yeah. You know, again, I never got any notification that they had closed it or anything like that, but whatever you say.
All right, so you paid between May of 2025 and May of 2026, you made $21,000 of payments to your daughter, Sarah, correct?
Oh, hold on.
Uh-huh.
And yes, I need an actual answer, no noises.
Isn't a proper response.
No grunting, ma'am. Just like one can't gurgle, you can't grunt.
I think I want to stop this part here, like before she jumps into this whole next thing, because again, I have to, as much as I want to go forward, this section will need its whole own spot. So what happened in the meantime while we've been on the stream is here.
I'm tucked in for story time.
Right. And then I think I have to stop. Okay, so they filed, as she said at the very end of what we just heard in that last line of questioning about the monthly reports. They filed the monthly reports, and I'm trying to see here. I have weird copies, so I'm trying to make sure that the ones I have are good.
Properly redacted and all.
Yeah, one month is redacted, 1 month isn't. So I'm just trying to make sure that what I'm going to do is because I learned on Bacon's stream today, and I guess I didn't. So I'm very spoiled. I'm used to like my professional paid version of Adobe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm used to being able to redact very easily, and doing it as a poor, I don't like it. I'm not paying for Adobe, but I wish I had a better version of Adobe. Anyway, I didn't know when you open it in Google, you can paint over it. Bacon's stream today was hilarious. If anybody missed it, her drawings on the documents were a work of art. And it was like one of those moments where you just laugh so hard your stomach hurt. Like, it was funny.
I did not get to see it. I was watching Couch Court.
So funny. And she like drew Ron and his walker, and oh my god, it was just so funny. I really can't. Okay, so I just want to make sure. So this one was May. I want to make sure I go through them really quickly in order here. Hold on. Okay, so that's that one. We've got, because they came in a weird format at first, we couldn't open them. So now so we've got May, June. Then we have a balance sheet. Okay. I've not seen documents like this before, so this will be interesting. And then payments to insiders is the other one. I just want to get them all open, that way I have them. I think it's 4 documents in total.
I feel like I should join in the trend and do that.
Oh, there you go. See? Yeah, so I'm old now, and I have 2 different prescriptions, man. I can't, like, I tried so hard to keep my contacts, and we went through so many versions of different contacts to where I felt bad. Like, I was trying so many different ones and it just wasn't cutting it. So I have to have both on hand just in case, especially when I'm doing the stream. These are my computer glasses.
I have progressives.
Yeah, so I have progressives, but like, even I'm so old now that even my progressives aren't quite cutting it. So I have my computer ones and my regular progressives. These don't even cut it for reading. If I got extra clothes, I'd have to be like, I'd have 3 if I didn't refuse to buy reading glasses. So anyway, okay, so I think it's 4 altogether. So let's go over. I'm going to reorder them. So this was monthly. So here we go. Okay, so let's put this up on the screen. I have not seen stuff like this before, so it'll be interesting. Okay, so I think I can close that and upsize this. So this is a monthly operating report. So petition date was 5/22. The period ending date is 5/31. Reporting is a cash basis. We have 0 employees, no faces of the company.
Not a good face.
You know, if you don't have any employees, then why would you pay for the legal expenses of your employee? Just save face. Okay.
Laura, if she's just the face, wouldn't she be considered an employee?
You would think, like, she doesn't understand what it means to be a CEO, okay?
No.
Stop asking.
Therefore, she can't possibly be.
Right. So, balance sheet containing summary and detail of the assets, liabilities, and then a schedule of payments to insiders. So, okay, so we start here. We just filed this July 19th. Okay. Cash balance at the beginning of the month, $7,807. Well, that's interesting. I don't think that was reported.
That cashier's check, in it?
And I don't think that was reported as being in your account. But okay. Total receipts, $97. Right. Total disbursements, $3,800. Cumulative. Okay, well, I guess if you're starting fresh, that would be the same number. Cash balance at the end of the month. And total disbursements for quarterly fee calculation, because they have to pay a fee for filing these. So I'm sure it's a percentage or whatever. Okay, so
They have to almost $4,000 just to file this?
No, I think that's what it's based on. So I think whatever
Oh.
the fee calculation is, it's based on what this number equals.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Okay, so their total assets is their cash plus something else that we didn't list here. Okay. It's probably their property.
Yeah, I think that's the house. What else do they have that's worth that much? Certainly not Laura.
Right. So
Maybe it's the house plus the horses?
maybe. I don't know. They think the house is worth more than it was 6 months ago for some reason. Who knows? But like, okay, then we've got this is what it is. We're adding in our personal property into this, which I don't know how it works. So maybe that you're supposed to. But anyway, so pre-petition secured debt, pre-petition priority debt, that's the taxes they owe to the state of Arizona. Pre-petition unsecured debt, that's all of their other debt. Oof. So their total liabilities and their ending equity / net worth is negative $1.8 million. Okay.
Wait. That's how much they're in the hole.
Yep.
Why is it the same as it was before? Didn't they have to pay for living expenses and stuff in between chapter 13 and chapter 11?
We didn't see this in 13, so I don't know. Like, so, because even this number is different than it was in the 13. So I don't know what numbers they're using here. I really don't. But it's also notable that they are only counting half of the house, which I would argue is not technically true, but whatever. They're counting that because Sarah's and Christian are part owners.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Sarah and Christian have equitable interests, but regardless. So no assets sold or transferred in May. Okay. Where'd the $97 come from? Here's our income statement of operations, income, sales, gross profit, selling expenses, other expenses, no taxes. Wow. Okay. Sweet deal. Okay. No professional fees and expenses. They don't belong to anything. Okay, interesting. Post-petition income taxes. Like 0 for real people? Okay. For any payments made on pre-petition debt.
I guess their pension and social security are non-taxable.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. They do claim on all of their other filings that they are at 0%. I don't know. Payments made outside the ordinary course of business without approval. No. The payments made to or on behalf of insiders. Yes. Oh. Are you current on post-petition tax filings? Well, that's a lie. You just said up here you owe $6,700 to Eric. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Are you current on post-petition estimated tax payments? Yes. Okay. I mean, in theory, if you don't, okay, maybe theory. The truth is in the context. Was there any post-petition borrowing other than trade credit? No. You're allowed to actually operate, but okay. Were all payments made to or on behalf of professionals approved by the court? Oh, we didn't answer this question.
No, they left several blank. They also left, what is that, F? They left F blank too.
Oh yeah, we're all trust fund taxes. Well, I guess I wish there should have been an NA because trust fund taxes wouldn't be applicable. They don't have
a lot of people probably don't have those.
Exactly. Casualty and property insurance. Oh, you do have it. Okay. Are your premiums current? Yes.
Is she just claiming the mortgagers?
It could be. Or maybe this includes, like, I guess your auto insurance is technically property insurance, casualty.
Oh, see, when I read that, I think of like house insurance.
I did too initially, and then I thought, well, technically it could be your actual car insurance. Do you have general liability insurance? You You lease out motherfucking horses and you don't have liability insurance? Wow.
I should lease a horse from them and then get injured and sue them. Wait, then I would have
You
to
can't.
collect.
You'd be a creditor. Wow. Okay. I know people are commenting, but I have never seen this before and I am focused. Sorry. Has a plan of rate? Yeah, no organization plan has been filed yet. Has a disclosure statement been filed with court? Nope. Yeah. Are you current with quarterly U.S. trustee fees? Nope. Honest answer. Okay, so gross income receipts from self-employment from other sources, $97. I want to know where it came from. Then we've got our living expenses of $3,800. That's a convenient number.
Is asking, why are they claiming 800,000 in assets when the houses around them all sell for well over $1 million? And that's because, well, Tiff said it's likely because they're trying to put half of the value of the house onto Sarah and Christian.
It's really a moot point anyway, because the house is underwater, so it doesn't matter really if you assign half of it, because nobody's selling it and getting anything out of it other than paying off the first mortgage. So I think it's just a technicality. It's a weird one, but it's still. And then, the Airbnb's gone though.
Yeah. They forfeited.
Yep. Okay, so living expenses, $3,800. This is cute. This is cute. You're not counting
Laura's living expenses, because I don't think it does.
Where's your mortgage?
Oh yeah,
you're supposed to count. I mean, I guess if they're being honest here, they didn't pay their mortgage in May, so okay. And they don't have any support obligations, blah, blah, blah. Privacy Act statement. Okay. So that was May. This is June. Let's look it over real quick here. Same kind of answers.
No, I don't think we
wait. Huh?
shared. Did you switch tabs? Or
Oh. Wow. I'm special. It's okay. I want to double check something real quick here before I move on. So we ended up cash balance at the end of the month, 409. Okay, sorry. Yeah, let me switch tabs here.
better be the opening balance of June, huh?
Well, that's what I was like, is it? So
the bean counters are going to count those beans. They better be
right. Oh, surprise, surprise, it actually does. Total receipts. Well, that's interesting. Oh, because we're going to know
Social Security and the pension.
Yeah, because the other form was as of May 22nd, those payments would have already come in, so that makes sense. Other than in the middle of the month, you only had $7,000 left of your $21,000 monthly income, and you didn't pay your bill for me. Anyway, total disbursements. Oh, well, that's a high number. I hope it includes some mortgage payments. Cash balance.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Cash balance at the end of the month. Okay, 20, and then we've got our total disbursements for the calculation, 23,311. Okay, current assets. This is all the same here. Somehow we're worth less now. Hold on. So at the end of the last one, they were negative one. I think they did math wrong or something. 1,853,631, and this one is negative 1,854,833. So the math don't math in my opinion, but okay. Oh, maybe we incurred another. Wait, no.
$1,000 of debt.
Well, the debt, yeah. So the secured debt was 1,993. No, no. Wait, these numbers are the same. 729,876. I'm going to read them. I'm going to read them from the May if you'll compare them with me. Pre-petition. So line K, 1,993,619.
Okay. Same.
L, $6,716.
Same.
M, 729,876.
Same.
So total, 2,600,000. 730, 211.
Same.
What the fuck?
But
Nothing
their
changed.
ending equity worth is further in
Higher,
the hole.
like more in the hole. We're more in the hole. But okay. Okay. None of that makes sense, but okay. Their assets went down. That's what it was. Their bank account went down. But this is okay, that doesn't make sense. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. We again have zeros here. Where is the money coming from? Oh, it's the pension. Shut up, Tiffany. Same questions,
Pension,
whatever.
Social Security.
Yeah. Gross income from all other sources, total income reporting, living expenses.
Okay,
This
you're
is
gonna have to explain that one, Jan.
Yeah. And difference between the total income and total expenses. Bitch, you filed petitions in this court in this month saying you could totally afford this house now. And you could still live on it. And you're $1,200 in the hole without even making the mortgage payments?
Add another 14,000 onto that.
Right. Okay. So now, balance sheet. This ought to be interesting. Stop. Enter. On where to go.
Yeah, Lana, you're right. None of this makes sense. Nothing this family does ever makes sense. You're trying to make logic happen where it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, the numbers work. Okay, well, we'll see. I don't know. Not if you're not paying stuff, but hold on. Let me.
Oh, it's very tiny.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm trying to get it bigger. Okay.
Embiggen.
Embiggen, exactly. Monthly operating report, blah, blah, blah. Report. The following post-petition payments to or on behalf of insiders. Okay, so this is May, so it's partial month. Okay. So they paid $500 to Quartet for manure removal. That's a lot of fucking money.
Horses are
Is
expensive.
that for a month? Is that a quarterly bill? I need answers.
They didn't give them.
That's a lot of money.
If I were doing this, I would have put funding to pay manure monthly removal or quarterly removal or whatever.
Right, number one. Number two, we put $44 in the Lids Max account. Why? It's not operating anymore.
To keep the shell open, I think.
Right.
Didn't you say they're supposed to close all of those accounts and just have a DIP?
First of all, right. But we don't follow the rules, so whatever. And we clearly didn't in May and June. We'll see if they actually do that. And then June, we don't have a manure. Well, we don't have a horse manure removal. We have a transportation fee for a different type.
Consumer portfolio services?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Do they do leases? Let's look. Consumer. That sounds like a
lender?
That sounds like a
that sounds like someone you invest with. Portfolio? Like,
so it's like there's another, like in the mortgage default world, there's like that's how these companies name themselves, like Select Portfolio Services, because they build these portfolios to buy these debts in bulk, right? Like that's what they do. They package these. So I want to see. Oh, first question. What credit score do you need for a $30,000 car loan? What is this? I need like answers. What kind of subprime? Yeah, it's subprime lender. But do they offer leases? Lease?
Have a Dr. Pepper wants you to read note 2.
Okay, 1 second. I'm not sure they do leases with that company. Okay. Let me find it. Where am I at? Okay. Sorry. Let me go back. What did she say? Read note 2.
Negla, they're not worth that much. According to themselves, they probably are worth a whole lot more than what they claim they're
Oh, wait.
worth.
I'm on the wrong thing. Sorry. Note 2. Notes. Okay. 1, no payments were made. 2, on behalf of, who cares? 2, the debtor's daughter, Laura Owens, resides in the household and is financially dependent on the debtors. As disclosed on their statement of financial affairs in Schedule J, the debtors provide her approximately $1,634 per month, consisting of her vehicle payment and living expenses. Rather than receiving a single monthly payment, she draws those amounts from the debtor's accounts as needed. So, oh boy. Boy.
Ooh, that's a hard no. That is a hard no.
I gotta finish. So the support appears across a number of smaller transactions rather than one transfer. $673.29 shown above is the vehicle payment.
Wait, but why wasn't that number total the
other
1600? Because
right.
Why in this is a whole month, not a half month. So
Right.
shouldn't it be the full amount that you've estimated you're giving her every month? Where did you get the number?
Right. Cat lady. Oh my god. What the fuck? So okay. Rather than receiving a single monthly payment, she draws those amounts from the debtor's accounts as needed. That's so bad.
Isn't that bringing Laura back into the mix?
I feel like it is. Oh my god.
Is that why you reacted like that?
I feel like it's so many things. It's so many things. But like, you just admitted to somebody going into your personal bank account and taking what they need as they need it.
She's suckling on the financial teat.
Baby, oh my fucking god. This does line up with something I know, so wow. Okay. I need to finish. The 673 shown above is the vehicle payment made to blah, blah, blah. The vehicle's in her name and the debtors make one payment. Okay. I'm going to go back to this, but I'm going to finish 3. Quartet and Lismax are limited, blah, controlled by the debtors and are not debtors in this case. Well, okay. The amounts shown are transferred from
incestuous finances, aren't they, though?
Yes. I've said financial incest.
Also, you said that Chapter 11 is for when you have complex things, including businesses and personal stuff.
Yeah, that are all.
Wasn't that the point of Chapter 11?
Yeah.
They're so stupid.
They are. So the amounts shown are transfers from debtors' personal accounts into those entities' own operating accounts, not distributions for any individual's personal benefit. This is funny to me because we're admitting the thing by saying we're denying the thing. I'm gonna choke and die, I swear to God.
I would like to reiterate, they are so stupid.
So what this tells me is that Laura may be also transferring money out of business accounts into her own personal name, because why would you say this otherwise? Why would you say this if you weren't trying to deny it's happening? They are transparent, man. We want to be transparent. They're reported out of caution. Okay. 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 Wow. In June, Liz Max had it. Why did Liz Max have to get $67? Oh, I fucking know why. Because I'll bet you these companies are the ones that are paying for all these websites like Victims of Laura Owens bullshit, Good Luck Shop, all that kind of crap. All these websites they pay for and their subscriptions.
Left out of
the
everything.
Ads, the GoFundMe ads.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, didn't the judge ask for them to specifically say the Good Luck Shop thing?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't.
And you can't tell me Good Luck Shop. There's not something going on with Good Luck Shop. It's a very curious.
So hard to get that off the paperwork.
Yeah, it's in New Mexico. We don't even know what's going on over there. So again, here's our problem though. Taking out all the other problems with this, they're only reporting this amount.
Right.
And it appears that maybe throughout the month, she would have pulled money from those accounts, their personal accounts, that was more than this.
Yes. That's why it's estimated that it's $1,600 a month.
Yeah.
There's no way she only took out $673.
Well, and if they did it right, let's say this is all
$673.
Let's say this is all on the up and up. Let's pretend this is all on the up and up, and you're totally allowed to do this, supporting your 36-year-old daughter, right? It would still be something to easily calculate, because what you do is if you are transferring those funds, even if it's not regular, even if it's different amounts, you would still have those transfers that you could easily, like in my bank app, I'm sure Bank of America is similar. In my credit union app, I can go in and search a word, like a transfer. Like we transfer automatically into our money market account every pay. So I could look those transactions up by sorting and easily figure that out. Like easily figure out how much I'm spending by doing that. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Did we have okay, so this was for both months. Schedules of payments to insiders. And then we had our balance sheet. I was looking, it didn't have notes that I missed, did it? Oh, we didn't look at the balance sheet yet. Which it's kind of basically the same thing as, I'm not even going to go over that. It's basically the same as the other two reports, just broken down differently. On the operating report, that's all. So I'm not even gonna, we already went over that. Wow. I don't have words. Like, wow. She has access to their account. That's what that tells me. She has access to their bank account to transfer the money as she feels that she needs it. This is such a fucking problem for them. Oh my God.
Mortgage be damned.
Wow.
She needs to get Botox. It's so much more important than the mortgage, obviously. How could you even be surprised, Tiff? Come on. No.
Right. So like, how is she doing? I'm curious. Like, she's clear. I don't think I know she's on one account with Jan, but like, she's clearly not on this account. So like, does she just have their access? Like, does she have, like my husband and I, it's one login for a credit union and we share it. Like, is it like that? They're sharing.
It could also maybe be linked. Like I can transfer money from my account out to another account. If I want to.
That's not what that sounds like, though.
From another account, though.
She draws those amounts from the debtor's accounts as needed.
Maybe she has a debit card. She has a copy of their debit card or something.
Either way, dude. Wow. Like this is the way you crime, and you don't like you're like purposely not paying Clayton by letting, like, just pulling money from some other source and just not, it doesn't count. It doesn't count as income, doesn't count as anything else. It's exempt, whatever, because it's not real. Like, this is, Not great.
I really want her Barry's membership to be discontinued.
Right?
I want her
Like
to
to
not
see
be
it
allowed to go to
closed.
horse shows. I want them to take Sirocco or whatever his name is away.
Right?
She's still living in the lap of luxury.
Right. Like she has no consequences to her.
None.
No. Yeah, I don't care. They can watch. I don't fucking care. They can watch. They haven't listened to a word I said because I said let the fucking house go. Wow.
They listened to every word you've said but that one.
Right. Exactly. I'm again. And then this one. Don't worry why we're putting the money in there, okay? It's definitely not to benefit anybody else, okay? Just trust us, bro. I want to see
Should
those.
have been closed right when they forfeited on the property.
So I wonder in this monthly report if like they're supposed to provide supporting documentation. Because, oh, I love this. All amounts are traceable in the debtor's bank records, which are available to the U.S. trustee on request. Fuck off. Oh, she's going to request. She's not going to get your portal, your patient portal, okay?
Why?
She's going to request. Oh, this is beautiful,
Why
actually.
did you put that in there? What do you mean?
This is beautiful, actually, because we have not seen yet, to my knowledge, I've been streaming for a minute, we have not seen yet Giamo's 2004 document request, right?
Oh, did it post?
No, we haven't seen it. She hasn't, to my knowledge, she hasn't filed it yet. So I don't know if you remember, but in Laura's bankruptcy, right after her meeting of creditors went sideways, after that, Giamo filed a notice saying, "Hey, this deposition is going to happen, and here are all the things that I need before this deposition happens." Right?
Yeah.
And it was like a list of a bunch of stuff, and it said, "We want hard copies, soft copies, digital copies, metadata." There was no room for manipulation. We want legit, verified information because it's not the government's first rodeo. So we haven't seen them ask for that stuff yet. So this is kind of beautiful to me because I feel like this is going to add to it. Yeah, they also pay a fee to Google to do preferred searches on Lord's name. Absolutely, I believe that. 100% I believe that. I would say I know that for a fact. I mean, I don't, but I would say I believe it so much, I know it. Yes. The same reason that there's still ads, supporting ads on the GoFundMe, and they're still in the Facebooks and all that stuff. These people pay for things. They just think they found a really sneaky way to do it, and they're going to find out it's not. I mean,
the on request thing, though, I feel like that might really piss off the judge and Queen Jennifer that they didn't just offer it up instead of doing it on request. That's the same shit Laura does with her medical stuff when she wants to skip out on court dates and stuff.
And here's how I know that they're doing this, because that victim of Laura Owens website, it says, like, it'll say sponsored results or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you, this is whatever, you pay for like 100 hits a day. So like, if a bunch of people do it right away in the morning, then it doesn't actually reach out to other people. Saying, if you want to find out how dirty Reddit can be, you might have. So like, yeah, this is, I really want to know though, we didn't get back to like, what did that $22,000 pay for? I want to know.
Yeah, she didn't say where all that money went.
You lost money.
Mortgage.
You lost money in a month. You didn't hire an attorney, didn't pay your mortgage. What did you do? If you only had this amount for operating stuff, your business.
Did
they only needed,
looters?
Huh?
Did they pay looters?
Right. Wow. I am blown away. Oh, Patrick's gonna be so pissed he missed this. I need to eat my dinner finally, but wow. It's funny you said that just now when I said I need to eat my dinner. I did not mean to step on Lauren's stream for this long. I really didn't. I was trying to be done before she started, but guys, what the fuck? Oh my god.
This is a hearing that you have to stop like every 2 seconds because every few words you hear something like outrageous.
And this is, in my opinion, allegedly outrageous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she filed it. I'm just double checking my little groups here. We didn't get that document, I think, yet. I don't think she's filed her. Oh, I guess.
Yeah, just then we can read Lauren.
Hold on, what is it? Oh my god, listener. I have my alts and dumb. I'm just gonna look real quick here. Let's see. I don't think anything else came in. Oh, what an unfortunate. Somebody else has that name. Sorry, Deborah. Okay, so down. God, our docket is already 87 pages. Okay, so we got, operating report, balance sheet, and scheduled payments to insiders. Yeah, that's it. So we haven't seen that form yet. Oh, thank you, Jen. I ask a question out into the universe. I don't care where in my life I'm at. Just Jen comes in, fucking answer every time. It's beautiful. I cannot live my life without her going forward, no matter when this stuff ends. Oh, Sour Doreen. Nope. So every time they file something, we are left with more questions. They're so transparent, but failed to account for 23,000 in disbursements.
But you can have that information upon request, of course.
Doreen, I need to know if you think what I think about Laura pulling money out of their account is super, super, super fucking bad for them. Like,
oh yeah, Sour Doreen is
yeah, she works in this field, man. She knows. Yeah, I really, really, really think that it's oh wow. I mean, like, I don't know. Sometimes I do think something's bigger than it is, but I feel like when I've had these moments, like when Terry Dake came in, and then when we saw Giammo make an appearance in Laura's, I'm blowing up phones like, oh my god, the biggest thing is happening, and people are like, maybe. I'm like, no, the biggest thing is happening, and it was, but sometimes I'm also like, this is a really big deal, and it turns out not to be. So I feel like that's a big deal that she's dipping into their bank account one way or another. Like, that doesn't look good. The way it's phrased, none of it looks good.
And she's spending a lot of time on these people. So I think she wants that to come to fruition.
Yeah, because like I said, the one thing I think the court does not appreciate, the court and the trustee's office does not appreciate is their time being fucked with. Like, did they say that on the other form too, that documents will be available upon request? I think it's a standard form, so I don't think they did. It's just declare under penalty of perjury. I would assume that you have to provide
proof
receipts of what you're filing, because at this point, does penalty of perjury mean anything? Like, does it mean anything for these people?
No,
not at all.
It will once their daughter is locked up.
Right. Yeah. Zoe, thank you. Zoe's been here since then. I called it since day one. Yeah. I just saw it. Saw the writing on the wall when I was like, trust fund baby? What?
No,
he's not Howard Stern. What the heck? When I looked into it, I was like, oh, he's not doing so good. Yeah,
I remember when you entered the scene. You entered on Meg's Crime Watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way back then. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And Meg had like a gallbladder surgery or something in the middle of all that too. And it was like I had to run her string one night. Like, that was a nightmare. I don't know. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
Crash course.
Yeah, exactly. But like I did, I was like, this isn't right. This isn't right. And special thanks to Lauren too, because I had so many things to say, especially when like the bankruptcies when we first saw the Chase filing. And then I was like, something's happening. And then the bankruptcy came right after the Chase filing out, and Lauren was like, come on and talk about it. And I did, and then it blew up from there. But yeah, these people. I am like, I'm
They're so
speechless.
stupid.
Fucking speechless. I'm as speechless as I was when I forget her handle sent me a Netflix gift card. Like and I said my husband probably appreciates it that I'm speechless right now because I was. So I thought that was super nice. But yeah, right. Where does this money go? We haven't even gotten to the part about how much they spend. It's insane. So yeah, I'll tomorrow night I'll do another one. And we'll see what the fuck else happens. I don't know. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it. Yes, gamer account 47. How could I forget that username? Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody to get a library card. I will schedule one for tomorrow night, and we'll see what happens then. But I don't think Patrick's on for the rest of the week with me because he does have family visiting. Bless his heart. He gave us a lot of time last night, and that's not super fair because he's still working during the day too. So we'll let him visit his family, whatever. So if you want to join me again, that'd be great. I'll invite the regulars too, and we'll see what happens. Oh, damn it! I didn't figure out how to rate. Okay, hold on. I gotta write it down.
When you figure it out, please tell me.
Yeah, I will. Learn how to read.
Actually, Llama knows. I could ask her. She's my StreamYard guru.
I know I've been told before too, and I just read ? That's my note. So yeah, we'll go over the rest of the hearing tomorrow night, and get a library card.
Subscribe to me over at Thoughts of Hellville.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hold on, let's do that one more time. I still have it copied.
I talk about the Owens stuff, but I also I read Reddit stories too, because sometimes we just need to get away from this crap.
Yeah, and I do want to open it up eventually to like other stuff when I can get some sort of rhythm going. But yeah. Like, because everybody's like, talk about bricks and minifigs and their things, and talk about this and that. I'm like, I want to so bad. These people won't stop fucking their lives.
New stuff coming out every day.
Swear. Every week I go, it's the wildest week. And then the next week is the wildest week. Okay, again, get a library card. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I gotta hit the button twice. I always forget to do that. Okay, for real, get a library card. I was gonna say it twice anyway. It's fine.